This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
No way.
From the Sanosi 1K studios of Arizona is Khamzat Chimaev full hype. The UFC 273 recap show live with the MMA-Holes.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Welcome.
Wonderful.
Welcome to the show, friends. I'm here. I'm live. My name is Mystic Moss. We'll have JBM with us very soon. We're here from the MMA-Holes studios about to discuss UFC 273. A lot of stories that are just swirling around my mind. Had to digest that card of 2 title fights, 1 hype train fight. So much to talk about in this 3-hour extravaganza. We'll be getting to some phone calls later on to get your opinions, because I love to hear your voices. Also, we have your opinions blasted across this phone screen. We've been doing this phone screen from day one, and there you go. Not front and center, off to the side. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the entire card tonight, and boy, the internet has been really interesting, and my mind has gone back and forth on certain topics. For the most part, I'm in the same place as I was Saturday night, but I'm in a better place with one specific fight, and I'll talk about that. Khamzat Chimaev now moves on past the number 2 ranked fighter in the welterweight division, and people are like, is he all hype? The wolf has been exposed? We're going to talk about that. We're going to start from the bottom and work our way up the card. Aljamain Sterling stays and still. People are upset. People are not upset. People are fighting on the internet. Aljamain put out a couple of interesting tweets. We'll talk about it. Volkanovski gets a win, which if you thought the Korean Zombie was going to win that fight, I don't know what you're thinking. Like, I was rooting hard for the Korean Zombie. I like the Korean Zombie. But, I mean, logically, we all knew what was going to happen. And I just saw it before we went live. There's a clip of Volkanovski right before the 4th round gets going. Well, the 4th round got going, and they kind of touch high fives. And Volkanovski's like, you sure you want to do this, buddy? Like, he actually gave him an out. And the Korean Zombie didn't understand a word he said. I found out the funniest part, because like Volkanovski was nice enough to say, hey man, like I really don't want to keep on doing this to you. You might as well just call it quits before I beat your face into the mat. And the Korean Zombie's like, what the fuck did this guy just say? So that happened. But shout out to Volkanovski for being a gentleman and a savage all at the same time. People complaining about Volkanovski being very small on our thumbnail. And the only reason why I did that is not because of, I've been very hard on the guy. I mean, listen, I'm not hard on him as a champion, but he's the smallest story of this card. We all knew it was going to happen. And if you like came into this fight and be like, oh my God, I can't believe Volkanovski beat the Korean Zombie, I think you need your head examined. Or maybe this is the first time you were checking this out. I mean, we all knew that Volkanovski was going to get the job done. This is just a matter of what round. Or was it going to go a decision? Like, could Korean Zombie last? Volkanovski is a stud. He is an absolute stud, and we'll get to that as well. The big face of Khamzat Chimaev has been blemished. Oh boy. All right, let's start off with this card. And before we get going with this thing, I do have to give a shout out to our sponsors, baby. We got Head Rush. Check out that Head Rush. 20% off promo code MMA-HOLES. The best. Head Rush. The swag. Just wear it, man. It's like premium clothing. Well, the fighters are wearing it. They sponsor the fighters. They sponsor the MMA-Holes. And why don't you look like a badass? Stop looking like a puss. Head Rush. Link in the description down below for 20% off. Also, mybookie.ag is where we make all our bets. We did 2 dopey parlays. I don't know why anyone does parlays. I honestly don't. But anyway, we threw, parlays are so stupid. Like, if you just bet straight up, you win. I don't know why we just keep on making this mistake, but it was only $5 a pop. But anyway, if you want to place bets on fights, mybookie.ag, the promo code is MMA-HOLES for a 100% match on your first deposit. And there it is, mybookie.ag. Sheath underwear that's showing over there. Sheath underwear is wonderful, wonderful. I didn't go to the gym today because we went to the park with the baby, and then I worked out a little bit in the garage. Not really. But I had my sheath on, and that was very cozy. If you want to get some cozy underwear, check it out. Link in the description. 20% off. Promo code MMA-HOLES. And Undisputed Belts. Shout out to Undisputed Belts, our championship belts that we give out to the community. UndisputedBelts.com. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hey, Funkmaster. How you doing, buddy? Congratulations. Strong Island's champ brings the belt back over to the New York section. And Vegas, too. I guess, does he live still in both places? Okay, we're going to start from the bottom over here. We're going to work our way into the top 3. And let's get it started over here. Thank you, everyone, for jumping in. And please, if you can, hit the fucking like button, all right? That's wonderful, wonderful. Usman dominated Burns, lost you. Cum shot barely won. Anthony Oliveira. Oh, my God.
Casual.
I love you, Anthony. I love you. I don't even know who you are, but I love you anyway. Come on, buddy. We've been watching this. How long have you been watching this sport? Huh? Come on. Come on, buddy. With that logic, what are we doing here? What are we doing? That's why we got this show. We help some people out. We pull it together. Julio Arce. Calling him Arce. Versus Daniel Santos. The Arce gets the decision. The 3-round decision over here as he missed weight but looked pretty good in the fight. Daniel Santos fell to 9-2. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Both fights over here, the first 2 fights, are weight missers. And the first weight misser wins, the second weight misser loses in Kay Hansen. I do not see a bright future in the UFC for Kay Hansen, although we discussed the other paths to success. I mean, she's still very young. She's 22 years of age, so she has options. She made it to the big dance. It's fantastic, but I do not think she is ready at this stage of the game as Piera Rodriguez gets the unanimous decision. Climbs to 8-0 in a fight that Kay really needed to get done. Just couldn't get it together. So Kay Hansen, wish you the best of luck. Alexei Olenek, this is actually pretty funny. I was speaking to my mother about Olenek versus Vendetta. Olenek shows some vintage Olenek over there. By the way, 60 fucking wins. I mean, that is absolutely unbelievable. 60. But Alexei Olenek, who gets the win, the submission, almost squeezed the head off of Vendetta. I mean, that was nuts. First round, quick work. And my parents were talking about this fight when I spoke to them, and we were laughing a little bit because they're like, wow, I could be Olenek's parent. And I'm like, yeah, how funny is this? I am a year older than Olenek. Well, kind of months older, but still technically a year older than Alexei Olenek. Now, he looks young in this picture, but boy, oh boy, physically, he does not look that young, but goddamn, the guy still got the ground game. Still works very nice. Look very, very nice. So Alexei, how many? He says he's going to go 5 to 10 more years. Alexei Olenek. So congratulations on the win. We picked that one. By the way, I only had 2 fights wrong on this card, but everyone picked so well on this night. And that's something that's interesting. We had that, underdog that was a fairly decent-sized underdog, and Aljamain Sterling winning. That was pretty wild. But for the most part, if you just look at the outcomes of these fights, not much surprise other than Aljo. And Aljo, it was a surprise because he was the under that won, but then the controversy of the decision, we'll get to that in a second. But all in all, this card was okay. It was good. It was fun because of Khamzat Chimaev and Gilbert Burns. I mean, that was like my orgasm peaked right there. And then I had to work with, like I just wanted to roll over and fall asleep. after that fight. And luckily, the Aljo versus Yan fight I almost got some good sleep on that one. Anyway, let's move into the next fight over here. Mr. Mallet versus Mickey Gall. I went on and on about the stoppage. I still stand in the same place, but like I said, it's not a title fight, and Mickey Gall probably would have lost this fight. I'm not gonna say, oh well, Mickey would have come back and won. I mean, the opportunity was taken away, but who cares? It's fucking Mickey Gall. Like, who gives a shit, right? I mean, I can't argue about it. I think the stoppage was a little premature, but who gives a shit? Now Mike Mallet moves on, and congratulations to Canada over there. He gets the finish in the first round, and he cracked Mickey. Mickey got fucking popped. No doubt about that. I can't deny that. Mickey got cracked, and that smug face fell to the ground quickly. So congratulations to Canada. Raquel Pennington gets the job done on Aspen Ladd, and like I said, I'm just picking all these fights correctly. Correct. Aspen Ladd, who came into the UFC as a girl with just a young, bright-eyed girl with a big forehead. Kainoto. And I have a big forehead, so I like
Was
that.
barely won? What? You think this is a video game where your number 2 rank lets you beat a guy ranked like Boars? Nothing screams hi, I'm an nerd virgin and I play Elden Rings all day like saying something stupid like that. Keep it up though.
I am completely missing what he's saying. Kind of, what are you trying to say? Boars barely won. I don't know who said that. Who said Boars barely won? What do you think? This is a video game where your number 2 rank lets you beat a guy ranked like Boars. I honestly don't even know what you're talking about. Thank you for the $2 donation. I need a more clear explanation. I don't know. Are you talking to me? Are you talking to the chat? I have no clue. But anyway, Raquel Pennington gets the job done, and she's looked great. If she's not fighting for a belt, she's not like unbeatable. It's pretty wild what Rocky's been doing. Rocky's sitting at age 33. So listen, I mean, she's not the oldest. Oh, someone in the chat said Khamzat? All right. I had no idea what we were talking about, but thank you, Kainoto. Yeah, we'll get to that. We're gonna spend a lot of time on Khamzat Chimaev tonight, so don't worry, guys. We got 3 hours of show. People don't understand again. Kainoto, I mean, well, here's the thing. Let me just say this, because we all disagree and agree on a lot of things. That's what makes it fun, right? But there are people that are kind of casual fans of the sport that kind of just tune in on just the pay-per-views, the big names fighting, blah, blah, blah. You know, if they see a hype train, they jump on it or they shit on it. You know, there is that group of people. This audience is filled with just a mix of fans. You know, some people just started watching yesterday, you know, or some people have been watching for the last, 20 some odd years. Who knows? But, so that's why you get some odd comments that you scratch your head and you're like, is this kid 12 years old? Like, what's going on here? So I guess cut him a little slack. But if they keep going with it, shit all over. Take a poop all over their face. But yeah, look at Rocky Pennington over here. 4 fights in a row. Aspen Ladd, Macy Chasson, Pani Kianzad, and Marion Renault. So starts off with the old broad and then starts beating some of those younger chicks. You know, and this is good wins. Solid wins. So, I mean, can Rocky push herself up there for a title shot? I mean, she's making a good play at 135. The problem is, when she did fight for the belt the last time, she wanted no business. You know, fighting those champions. Raquel Pennington was she kind of gave up, you know. Maybe this is a different Raquel. Maybe she reinvented herself. Maybe she can push for that strap. But right now, I think she's just going to be that gatekeeper. That's what I see for Rocky over here. But it would be fun to see her, you know, maneuver her way back up to a title shot. So good luck to Raquel Pennington. And when it comes to Aspen Ladd, I mean, yeah, she is what she is. There's really not much to say. Although I would still like to see Ladd fight Miesha Tate. That should still happen. Let's see. Anthony Hernandez gets the unanimous decision on Josh Fremd. By the way, just got sidetracked for a second. William Knight versus Devin Clark happening this Saturday. And if you missed our combo interview, we had both fighters on at the exact same time. A lot of tension and hostility as they were going to fight. It was just crazy. We have it in our playlist down below. Check it out after stream. Anyway, shameless plug. We had it in this little section over here. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful show. But anyway, I must get back to UFC 273. It's my ADD. But shout out to Anthony Hernandez. Beautiful hoop earring, whatever, big earlobes. Tough dude. But, you know, whatever. He won. Ian Gary. Okay, let's talk a little Ian Gary over here. Ian Gary versus Darian Weeks win a unanimous decision. A lot of these young guys, these prospects, you want to see him get some cage time in there. You know, it's good, especially if you're a big fan of him. This guy only has, he's on his 8th win or 9th win. Let's see. He's 9-0 now. Here's the problem with Ian Gary, though. And I couldn't even sit through his Ariel interview. I didn't watch any of them. I listened to a little Brian Stan, and that was it. Volkanovski was in studio. I had to make sure I was completely not listening. I mean, I need to stay awake, you know? But anyway, Ian Gary, who is he seems like an incredibly nice, human being. He's definitely got some skill. There's no doubt about that. Strong, a tall dude for his weight class, long reach, well, decent sized reach. I mean, only a ½ inch more than Conor at 6'3", which is kind of crazy. But still, a guy that has some promise. But in a decision versus Darian Weeks, not saying Darian Weeks is a bum, but at the same time, I mean, is he even that good? Like, he's decent, but is he? I don't know. Is he really that good? It's kind of wild. Like, Ian Gary was kind of underwhelming here. Now, maybe he just needs to get the rounds in. He still trains out of Sanford MMA. But this one here, like, if you look at this fight, you look at the Khamzat fight, I still think you could pull a lot more pluses out of the Khamzat fight, considering he was fighting a number 2 ranked guy, whereas Ian Gary was fighting an unranked Darian Weeks, and I was just like, I was really underwhelmed. You know, I don't get that. Like, this guy's trying to run around, talk like he's the next best thing, and I'm just not feeling it, you know? His last win was 2012. Is that Darian Weeks' last win? Hold on a second. Was he the one with the big gap? Yeah, no. He won an LFA. Or maybe you're talking about someone else. But anyway, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Ian Gary, I am definitely not on this hype train. I am far removed from this hype train. Now, I want to ask the chat. I want to jump in there for a second and get your opinions on Ian Gary. His performance, he got the rounds in, 3 in the books. He got the win, so that's important. But what did you think of the fight? Ian Gary's the most ignored hype train ever. I disagree. He's on the Ariel show all the time. He's constantly, I mean, he's interviewed everywhere. So I don't know. I mean, it's just, maybe you're talking about like Twitter and stuff like that. Maybe they're not jumping on board, and there's a reason. I mean, he finished his first fight, but this one here, I was kind of bored. I would be surprised to see him in top 10. Ian, the mid-show, Gary. Hype job. He was getting pummeled in the last seconds. Bro, you are such a fucking casual. 24-2-0 losers. Bro, you are such a fucking casual. 24-2-0. So you're saying he's only 24 years old and he's 2-0. So regardless of the fact, he's got the dubs, right? Here's the thing. The guy is comparing himself to Conor McGregor. Guys, when you compare yourself to Conor McGregor, we're not here to take part. We're here to take over. I mean, you're expecting Conor McGregor results, no? That fight was not a Conor McGregor result. Hate to break it to you. I mean, come on. Now, I'm not saying he's a complete bum. Like you said, he is young. He's 24. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, but I am nowhere near that train at all. Not there yet. Plus, he's horrible on the mic. The guy is unlistenable. Like, the confidence is just like nonsense. Like, I'm listening to this guy. I'm like, bro, you're a little too, I mean, it just doesn't work. Your confidence is not matching you in the cage. It doesn't line up. Anyway, that's just my opinion over there. Back to the chat. Who are you? Let me tell you who I am. My name is Mystic Moss, Chris, king of the MMA-Holes over here. 60,000 subscribers on this channel. 5 years strong in the game. I'm a fucking king of YouTube over here. The question is,
who the fuck is that guy?
Completely agree. Bruh, he dropped him multiple times. Let's see, weak is tough as hell. Had a war with Brian Barberena, or Barbrano. The guy who beat Matt Brown. Yeah, not a bad win. Barely beat Matt Brown, and Matt Brown is like 40 years old, bro. Matt Brown's a tough son of a bitch, but just pump the fucking brakes. Matt Brown is a legend of the sport, but way past his prime. But who is this guy? Mike Military Cock. All right. I saw your name. Thank you. What a name. All right. I'm going to cease fire after I saw that name. He's like, line them up, well, knock them down. Like, bruh, you didn't even knock down Weeks, who was in a time. Yeah, I mean, he didn't knock him down. I mean, well, he cracked him a couple of times, but he didn't knock him out, that's for sure. So no one likes Gary. Okay. Well, do you like him, Ritali? I mean, it's not like I don't like the guy. It's just not. I'm not on the train. And I got to be honest with you, it's not like I dislike him. It's just like I find him irritating. Like just listening to him talk. There's some guys just got it. He's forcing something at us. Like he's forcing this personality. That's just not him. Just be you, bro. Like, oh, wait until you see me on the mic. I'm amazing. Don't tell me about it. Just give me it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll see. The world, you know, like the shit that this guy's spewing is just a bunch of nonsense. It's all forced. It's like he's trying to follow in the footsteps of Conor, and he's just, I don't know, it's just be yourself. It's not working. Let Gary get about 5 wins. It's cringe listening to the Conor talk. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. If you like Conor or you dislike Conor, you still have to give some sort of respect to his lashing of the tongue on his way up, rising up the 145 ranking. That whole fucking circus, crazy. I mean, the dude was beautifully painting a picture and just carving a path right to the belt. Whereas Ian Gary's just like, bro, this guy's on the mic again. Even Henry Cejudo. I mean, I hate siding with Henry Cejudo, who is in the USADA testing pool again. What? Henry Cejudo is, it looks like he's back in the pool. Does he fight Volk? What's going on here? Is he fighting Aljo? What's Henry doing? What is he doing? Anyway, got a little distracted there. But we're talking about Ian Gary. We haven't even scratched the surface yet. We still haven't talked about the big 3. But we're talking Ian Gary. A couple of comments and we move on. Can Ian Gary beat Jeremiah Wells? I don't know really who he can be. I don't know. I feel like Conor's mic skills is what brought him more fans than anything. Yeah. Oh, 100%, Kino. 100%. Because you overlook things when guys are, you know, really good on the mic. You do. At this point, it's unacceptable to say that an up-and-coming new fighter will do well in a big fight. It almost never happens. Not even Adesanya did well and almost lost. Yeah, Adesanya had that one fight against, what the fuck was his name? Oh, I'm having a brain fart right now. But he's like, his face is right there. He's got like a Hawaiian face. What the fuck's his name? Can someone throw his name in the chat? It's gonna kill me. But yeah, he had a couple of tough fights. But you know what though? But here's the thing with Izzy. He had a couple of tough fights, but still, he still had the it factor. You know what I'm saying? Izzy, as much as I shit on Izzy before, the dude still had that movement. He reminded people of like Anderson Silva and John Jones. Who does Ian Gary remind you of? Just by like a clunky, like, I don't know. He looks like he could be like a bouncer at a gay bar. You know? Nothing against gay bouncers, but I mean, I'm just saying. Gay bar bouncer I'm seeing here. Or maybe Abercrombie and Fitch. Like the naked guy in the window. You know? Like I don't see it. I don't know. I just can't wrap my head around this one. You know? Bob Barker. Cejudo is definitely back in the testing pool. It's kind of wild, right? I kind of want to see Cejudo back in the mix. This guy's been running his mouth. A sheath model. Yeah, okay. I'll stop shitting on Ian Gary. But, you know, congratulations on getting the win. He is undefeated as a UFC fighter. So that's something that we do have to take into consideration here. I'll give him another shot. Hell, I'll give him 2 more shots. But you know what? I'm just going to say this. I'm not on the train yet. I am not there. Let me know in the chat with a yes if you're on the Ian Gary train. I want to see, yes, you are on the hype train of Ian Gary. Let me know, and then I'll move on. Shabazian, Johnny Walker. Yeah, Johnny Walker's one I really... And Shabazian, too. Yeah, Shabazian did have some good hype. Meh. I like Gary. No. He's cringe food. Okay, so, I mean, here we go. Maybe... UFC. See, yeah, I mean, Conor, 2 fights into the UFC, I was like, let's feed me more. You know what I'm saying? Give me more on that Conor. I can't say gay without Florida viewers. We have gay in the family, so I could say gay. I don't even, listen, I don't even hate on the gays. Actually, I'm jealous of gays. Gay people are great. They always look like they're having a great time, you know? They're always happy. Like us straight people are miserable. You know, we're always complaining about shit. They're always happy. They're always smiling. You ever see gay people in pictures? They're never not smiling. You never see it on Tropic Tom. You make him lose the fight terribly inside of the cage. You make him spread his ass cheeks. Now you enter his backstage and you fill it with your rage. Come on, style bender, one fight. Izzy is inside COSTA. Izzy is inside COSTA.
Did you see Costa on Twitch? He's not just the bouncer. He is the gay bar. Have a good show. Off to class.
Thank you, Tropic Tom. Thank you, Tropic Tom, for helping us out get that address straight, too, because one of our companies that has our products is like, Guam? How do we send the stuff? But it's all straightened out. Thank you, Tropic Tom, with the 450. What a man. What a man right there. I did see, I think someone tagged us. I did see the Palo Costa thing. Let's see if I can find it. That guy's lost his mind. But he's having fun, right? He's on Twitch, like, dancing. Where is he? Where's the video? Oh, here it is. Okay. So, yeah, this is on... it's on Twitch. You may want to turn away if you are disturbed by men in Speedos or skimpy outfits. You may want to move away. So here's Palo Costa. He literally tweets live on Twitch peoples. Okay, it sounds like it's Bad Romance. Oh, na 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 na, Bad Romance. Oh. What do you call this dance move? What is going on here? Even his alerts. Look at his Palo Costa alerts. So, I mean, what the... Which leads me to believe that he did enjoy Israel Adesanya's celebration. A little bit too much. Too much wine, yeah. That'll do it. But he's having a grand old time. Yeah. Gay if I know his lyrics. I literally said 3 words. So I kind of don't know. I mean, it's just like, whoa, 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 Bad Romance. Like, I mean, that's... whoa is not even... Is it? I guess it's a word. So 3 words, yeah. Does that qualify me as homosexual? Maybe. Could. Look at him go. Look at it, boys. Enjoy. Enjoy. Now that we got that out of our system, let's move on. Hit the like button, friends, as we have the most ridiculously cringy show on YouTube, the MMA-Holes. Welcome to the community. Oh, and hit that notification bell, by the way. We were looking at our stats, and it's 60,000 subscribers. On Friday's show, YouTube sent out 4,800 notifications to 60,000 subscribers. So there are a lot of people that are not hitting that notification bell. And a lot of people message us constantly saying, bro, I didn't get the alert. Now, we show up in people's subscription feeds sometimes we don't, sometimes we do, I don't know. But the alerts, it literally pops up on your phone. Hey, the mail's alive. You could swipe it away. You could say, hey, I'll join that. So notification bell underneath the video. So everyone that subscribes, please do that, and you'll have no issues. Okay. Let's move on. What a very homoerotic segment right there. From Ian Gary to Palo Costa. It was beautiful. Mark Madsen gets the win. A unanimous decision over Pitchell. Some people thought it didn't go that way, but Madsen stays undefeated. As Pitchell kind of shit the bed. Towards the end, Madsen just squeezed one out there. Undefeated, unblemished. The Olympian, Mr. Olympian man moves on. But Pitchell, I got to say, that mustache was just absolutely
Wonderful, wonderful.
wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Mackenzie Dern. So the final fight before we get into Khamzat Chimaev. Mackenzie Dern, Tisha Torres. Another one we picked right, by the way. I mean, my God, me and Jesse were just killing it on Saturday. Barely any fights wrong. Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern. Squeezes one out against Tisha Torres. A split decisione. And it was a close one, man. A tough one for Tisha. Tisha looked great in the fight. Looked really good. But Mackenzie really, really needed this one to snatch this one away from Tisha Torres. I got to say, Tisha Torres, though, she is really, like, I'm not the biggest fan of her puss face, but she's a badass. She really is. She held her own. She was undersized in the fight, stopping takedowns, and Mackenzie was having a lot of trouble throughout that fight, but squeezed out the victory. Now Mackenzie Dern is back in play, and everyone gets to see that sweet ass some more. Okay. That's my analysis of that. Here we go, baby. Here we go. You ready?
Wonderful, wonderful.
You ready, guys? Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Everyone that is, well, they're decapitated. Everyone that pretty much has been watching this show knows I am an avid Khamzat Chimaev supporter. I'm a fan. I do like him. I'm on the SMESH train, and I'm definitely still on the SMESH train after Saturday night. If you don't get pumped up watching a Khamzat Chimaev fight, whether you're rooting for or against him, you need your fucking head examined. I mean, the guy is a savage, sitting on top of the cage, waiting for Gilbert Burns to enter the... I mean, I've never even seen that before, but it was great. Now, maybe you shouldn't have been doing that because this was a formidable foe, a number 2 fighter that I did say he was going to get ragdolled. I did think that. And I eat my words. I'm fine with it. I'm cool with it. I don't mind eating the words because, let's be honest here, Gilbert Burns is still number 2. I respect Gilbert Burns before, and now I respect him even more after. I mean, he's a G. He's a savage. People are saying he's got meters in his hand, this and that. He sure does. He hits like a fucking truck. He almost knocked out Kamaru Usman, the champion. A lot of people are screaming and yelling about Gilbert Burns winning this fight. And I could see the argument, but I don't agree with the argument. In fact, I think the judges got this one completely right. Good round, strong round. That second round that Gilbert had was amazing. Seriously, was amazing. Gilbert was a savage in that round, but Khamzat Chimaev did enough to get the victory. And Khamzat Chimaev got a wake-up call. Mr. Boers finally gets a wake-up call, and at the perfect time. If you're a Khamzat supporter, this is what you want. You want your man to go deep into a fight, dragged into those deep waters, and that's what you want. You want him to get that experience, that time to understand, hey, wait, I'm not just going to roll over everybody here. If I'm stuck in a firefight, I got to make sure I last. 3 rounds, people are saying, oh my God, Khamzat's getting tired. What is Colby Covington going to do to him? This and that. It's just, it's fucking absurd. It's absurd. Because listen, no 2 fights are the same. And I think after that output against Gilbert Burns, reckless output against Gilbert Burns, getting cracked and wobbled down, back up, the whole deal, still coming forward, still trying to take down a man in Gilbert Burns that Kamaru Usman wanted no part of the ground with. Think about that. That is a fucking savage thing to do. And I'm just salivating thinking of the fight of Colby Covington and Khamzat. Khamzat doesn't give a fuck. This is not Jorge Masvidal here. Khamzat's going to be looking to take Colby down. I mean, that's wild to think about. It's wild. Anyway, we'll talk about more of the upcoming matchups after we get through this. Gilbert Burns cried again. Khamzat Chimaev says he will cry again, and he did. Now, he didn't finish Gilbert Burns, but Gilbert Burns did walk out of that cage, and he was full of tears. He's a family man. He's a good man. So I'll give him a pass. But he cried again. And Khamzat Chimaev's hand was raised once more, and he moves on now. Khamzat Chimaev showed me in that fight that he could withstand the meteor hands of Gilbert Burns. He could withstand the massively talented jiu-jitsu specialist that he is. everything that Gilbert had and threw at Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat ate and kept coming forward, shooting for takedowns, slinging fucking crazy punches around. Khamzat Chimaev is a fucking savage. He is the real deal. His 5th fight in the UFC, 5th fight, fights the number 2 ranked guy. People are throwing Khabib Nurmagomedov. There was a certain gentleman, maybe we'll call it tonight, keeps on fucking force feeding me Khabib. It's like, bro, stop living in the past with this guy. It's old news, bro. Khabib Nurmagomedov's 5th fight in the UFC was Pat Healy. Pat Healy. Khamzat Chimaev's 5th fight in the UFC is the number 2 ranked welterweight. Think about it. Khamzat Chimaev has never been in a boring fight. Yes, he bled, but you know why he bled? Because he made that shit exciting. He didn't play to just win on the scorecards. He didn't play to just hold a man down and just wait for the fucking bell to ring and go to his corner and raise his hand. Oh, I smashed you. I laid on you. No, Khamzat Chimaev wants to murder every opponent that he has. And this is why Khamzat Chimaev, to me, is so fucking exciting. If this guy continues to win, this guy smokes almost every hype train. This is the biggest thing I've ever seen if he continues to win. This guy's style of fighting is insane. Khabib has had fights where he bored the hell out of me, where he just sniffed on the jock. It's happened. Now, Khabib is the best 155er of all time. I'll still stand by that. Khabib is a savage. He's a Hall of Famer. Nothing against him. But the reason why I'm bringing up Khabib is I'm sick of everyone else trying to compare Khamzat to him. I'm sick of it. It's not even close. Khabib wasn't fighting number 2 at 5 fights in. Even Conor McGregor, who actually technically should have fought Jose Aldo at number 5 in his fights, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But Conor McGregor had, actually no, Conor McGregor fought. Hold on, let's make sure on this one. I want to make sure before I run my mouth. And here's the thing: Conor McGregor went Dennis Seaver title shot. So I mean, you know, that doesn't help the case right there. But okay, so yeah, Brim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so his 5th fight was Dennis Seaver. Think about that. Conor's 5th fight was Dennis Seaver, but then went into a title fight over here, right? So he like leaped into the Chad Mendes thing, which should have been Jose Aldo, but I think he had a pussy bleeding incident or something like that. I don't know. So Conor got, fed into the championship belts, and you see Khamzat Chimaev, the same thing. People are saying they're rushing Khamzat. The UFC doesn't know what they're doing with Khamzat. They're going to ruin Khamzat. That's what people are saying. No, we've seen this before. We've seen it before. If people are annihilating fighters and there's a massive buzz, if people are taking fights no matter who they throw at them, like, hey, I'll take it. Yeah, I'll take it. If people are not pulling out of fights, key, pulling out of fights, they're going to get a fast pass. If they answer the phone and say, yeah, I'll fight that person, they're going to get a fast pass to the belt. Now Khamzat Chimaev fights the number 2 ranked fighter in his 5th fight in the UFC. He's not going to fight Usman next unless something crazy happens. Leon Edwards gets hurt, or I don't know what the fuck it is, but I don't think Kamaru Usman in any way would accept that fight right now because it just doesn't make sense. Why even take the risk when you're the pound-for-pound king? You call the shots. But Colby Covington does. That makes sense. And if Khamzat goes past Colby Covington and then fights for the strap, my goodness, this run's insane. It is absolutely insane. It really is. It's wild. Like we were saying in the lead up to this fight, instead of us bitching and complaining or debating, we should embrace this. We should look at this and say, wow, we're around for a special time. This guy's got something. He's got it. My mom even called me up and says, you know what? I was rooting for Gilbert Burns, but I really like this Khamzat guy. There's something about him. He's got it. By beating Gilbert Burns on Saturday night, to me, he shuts everyone up. He shuts everyone up. He shows he can go through a war with a top-tier guy in Gilbert Burns. What's next? I hope Colby Covington takes that call and accepts that fight. And now that Khamzat looks beatable, Colby's got no excuses, right? Got no excuse. If Colby turns down this fight and says he has to do more, he just beat the number 2 guy. If Colby turns down this fight, it's bad. It's a bad look. It does not look good at all. Colby's in a weird spot. He's in a fucked up spot right now. If Colby takes the fight and beats Khamzat, he's right there for Usman again. He has a third shot, a third crack at that strap. Fascinating matchup. I would love for that to happen. And Colby Covington is a savage. Without Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington would be champ. There's no doubt. No doubt about it. But how would you not want to see Colby versus Khamzat? And to the people out there saying, oh man, Colby's going to kill Khamzat. How? How? Power? Volume? Bro, that volume is it's not gonna do jack shit to Khamzat Chimaev. My man's gonna put Colby on his back. What do you think, he's gonna stand there and constantly no, they're gonna be fucking rolling around. These two. Like two feral cats. It's gonna become a battle of the grappling. We're also gonna see a more cautious Khamzat. I don't think we're gonna see a Khamzat that's I don't think, at least, especially after a fight like this, I don't think we're going to see Khamzat Chimaev coming in there and just trying to just first round, balls to the wall, pedal to the metal the entire fucking round. Because if you're in like a 5-round fight, if that's a main event fight, my man's not going to last 5. So I have a feeling we're going to see a smarter Khamzat. An aggressive Khamzat, but a smarter Khamzat. It's a great matchup, man. Great matchup. Embrace it. Embrace the moment. The wolf is here. And now he's in play. 1 fight away. And my man's fighting for a belt. What did I say before the year started? I said Khamzat Chimaev by the end of this year will be welterweight champ. Very close to having the mystical prediction come true.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Mr. Chubbs.
Moss Cumshot cannot go 5 rounds with the cardio king Colby, you know it. I believe the hype a little bit after Saturday, I don't at all. Colby doesn't have the knockout power, he'll just dominate 5 rounds. Usman will KO Cumshot in 3. Both beat him.
How does Colby dominate Khamzat Chimaev for 5 rounds? By doing what? Outpointing him? You think the plan of outpointing Khamzat Chimaev is going to get you the win? Khamzat's going to hit that man so hard, his head's going to go sideways. It's going to wrap around his neck. I think Colby Covington has got to out-wrestle him. That's his thing, right? He's like the best wrestler in welterweight. He's going to have to out-wrestle him. If you're saying that Colby Covington's going to use the bedroom cardio and the striking, the pitter-patter hands, the man who has not knocked down he hasn't knocked down anybody. Striking's not the way. Do you think that's the game plan? Colby needs a better game plan. Colby Covington, the reason why Colby Covington is a good striker, here's a little class for the people out there, is the threat of the takedown. The reason why he's so effective. Why was he landing punches on Jorge Masvidal? Because he was threatening the takedown. You mean to tell me the threat of the Colby takedown on Khamzat is going to open up his striking? You think that's going to happen? Nope. It's not. If you think that game plan's going to work, you're in for a rude surprise.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Huge Colby fan here, and it pains me to say this, but Khamzat is going to ragdoll him. Colby is less dense and lighter than Leach, and you saw what happened. Bad matchup for Colby. Great fight, and not gonna look forward to watching it. Love both.
It is a great fight, and Colby he's a tough son of a bitch. He is. There's no doubt about it. Colby Covington is a tough son of a bitch. For the way he's run through those first 2 fights with Kamaru Usman, Colby's a savage too. But Colby's not, to me, oh man. Like, I look at Gilbert Burns and I see killer. When I look at Colby Covington, I just see winner. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a winner. The guy knows how to win fights, right? But if you can't set up your striking with that threat of the takedown, Like, that's his bread and butter. If you can't set that up, then what is he go? I don't understand. Unless you're saying Colby's going to out-wrestle him, and he should, right? Because he's a great wrestler. He should out-wrestle Khamzat Chimaev. I guess that's the way he's going to win. I tell you, man, there's a reason why Colby Covington was saying that Khamzat Chimaev needs more fights. I'm not going to fight that guy. That guy, he hasn't proved anything. Now that he's proved something, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Colby. Let's see. Did he say something over here on Twitter? Let's see. And I just want to make this very clear. I'm not a Colby Covington hater. I might come across as it because I'm picking Khamzat Chimaev in the fight, or I want to see that fight because I want to see what Colby could bring to the table. I think Khamzat Chimaev is an underdog in this fight. I think what a bet that would be. But if you look at how Colby wins fights, it's either with wrestling, right? Pure dominating wrestling, or he just outpoints. But the only reason why he outpoints is because of the threat of the wrestling. So I just don't see how the fuck, unless Colby Covington pulls another trick out of his bag of tricks, I don't know. Think about it. If you're saying Colby Covington's a great striker, then tell me why the threat of the takedown is not what makes him a great striker. Tell me what makes him such a great boxer. And how he's going to win that fight.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Coming into this fight I thought Khamzat would ragdoll everyone in this division easy, but after Saturday night I have serious doubts he can beat Colby and Usman. He definitely ain't beating the top guys at middleweight, that's for sure.
So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, because honestly I still think he's got a damn good shot at Izzy. I do. I think he's got a damn good shot. Now Izzy can strike, don't get me wrong. Izzy's a banger. He's a bigger guy too. But you saw him throwing around Jack Hermanson in that grappling event. Jack's a fucking beast when it comes to the grappling. He was throwing him around. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But we have to worry about one thing here. Kamaru Usman is a fascinating matchup. The one thing I do have to agree with what Uncle Chrome said, Kamaru Usman is a guy who is the pound-for-pound great. Kamaru Usman is a guy who has not one blemish in the UFC. He's a tough one. Am I as confident as Khamzat winning this one against Kamaru? No, I'm not now. Not as confident. I might still pick Khamzat, but I would need that one to get a little closer. I would need to pull some more information before I go all in on the pick. But Colby Covington, I see a lot of ways Khamzat could win that. I do. Usman's he's tricky. Usman's a tricky one. Please get past Colby. Let's see Usman versus Khamzat. Please, let's see it. We got to remember Usman also is what he's going to be. By the time he would fight Khamzat, he might be 36, 37 years old. Think about that. With a lot of injuries, So that could play a part. I mean, if Usman's going to fight Khamzat, he's going to want to do it soon. He doesn't want to just keep getting older. Because as Khamzat just fucking settles into his prime, Usman's just going to be a more, battle damaged fighter. So that might help. I don't know. That might help Khamzat.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Izzy.
Colby fans are the most delusional fans out there. At least Conor fans are realist. Colby has never knocked a man down, let alone KO. He doesn't have the ability to submit. Khamzat is much bigger. Colby cannot take him down. Meanwhile, Khamzat can KO or submit.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's too many paths to victory for Khamzat. There's too many. There's too many ways for Khamzat to win. I can't name one way for Colby to win that fight. I can't. I just can't. Even with watching that fight on Saturday, if anything, it just shows me that Khamzat Chimaev could go to the distance. Now, it's a 3-round fight. A 5-round fight's a lot different. But I don't know. He's going to outpoint him. He's going to submit him. What? Is that really happening? How do you outwork a guy, Jim Leahy, If your striking is because of your takedown, right? Everyone's scared of the takedown. That's why Colby Covington's such a good striker. That's why. The threat of the... He landed majority of those massive shots on Masvidal because of his fucking takedown threat. Think about that. I don't understand. So you mean to tell me Khamzat's going to be like, oh my God, he's going to take me down? Is Colby going to hit him with a flying knee or something? Maybe Colby does that. Maybe Colby hits him with a flying knee. Maybe Colby hits him with a massive Colby uppercut. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, delusional is not even the word. I have fun with Conor. Love Conor. But at the same time, I'm realistic. Especially after my man's taken a couple of blemishes here. Took a couple on the chin. Yeah. It's fun. I like to troll about Conor. And when Conor comes back in, I'm going to troll some more. But at least you know I'm trolling. These people actually believe that, you know, Colby is just going to fucking run right through Khamzat. With zero evidence that that's possible. Zero. Not one person gave me a logical explanation on how Colby's going to do it. Oh, he's got cardio. He's got cardio. Cardio, no power. That's going to do it on Khamzat. That's the key.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jumps.
Colby is relentless. There ain't going to be any rest. Your guy was tired at the beginning of the third round. I believe Dylan when he said his guy doesn't get tired. Well, that was a lie, an obvious lie. Colby really doesn't.
Okay, thank you for the donation. 89. Let's look at the strikes over here. Let me just show this over here. We're still on, if you jump it in, we're still on Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev. Gilbert Burns landed 141 strikes, 119 significant strikes, 89 to the head, 22 to the body, 8 to the legs. Gilbert hits like a fucking truck. Those 22 shots to the body that Gilbert delivered, do you not think that took a toll on Khamzat Chimaev? When Gilbert Burns blasted that fucking cinder block of a hand into Khamzat Chimaev's face, do you not think that Khamzat trying to fucking recuperate from this thing is just fucking tired him? Like everything that Gilbert threw at him tired Khamzat out. You mean to tell me a guy like Colby Covington, who lands a lot of volume, yes, but with zero power in his hands, is going to fucking tire out Khamzat to the point where Khamzat's going to lose. Now, Khamzat will get tired, there's no doubt. But to the point where he's going to lose. It's nonsense. It's fucking nonsense. And I love it. I love it. Feed me it more. Feed me it more.
Wonderful, wonderful.
What do we got here?
He also said after the fight that he didn't want to wrestle Burns. What do you think Colby Covington is going to do? He's going to press him, he's going to wrestle him, and he's going to end up outstriking him.
He said he didn't want to wrestle Burns. Who said that? Khamzat Chimaev? The man who was 2 for 3 on takedowns on him? Gilbert Burns 0 for 5. Black belt in jiu-jitsu. 0 for 5 on takedowns. Khamzat 2 for 3. Nearly perfect. Going after a guy that no one wants a piece of. Let me show you this exchange over here. You're going to laugh at this. This is pretty wild. Let me address this too while we're on it. I have nothing against Gilbert Burns at all. In fact, I have more respect for Gilbert than anyone at welterweight right now in the top tier because Gilbert said, give me the fucking fight. Actually, Neil Magny wanted it too. But Gilbert said, give me the fight. I'll fight this guy. You guys are old pussies. Colby could have fought him. Colby had a chance. Gilbert said, give me the fight. Gilbert said, I'll take this guy. It's a badass right there. But what did Gilbert have to do to try to get a victory here? He had to fight for his life. Look at this. Check this out. Now I'm going to scroll through this a little bit over here. So as Gilbert weathers one over here, he comes over top. Bang! Right hand over there, a beauty. Deer-legged Chimaev keeps coming over. Throws like he's just trying to, like, I don't know, punch or grab onto him, but he's hurt, no doubt. Gilbert comes over the top of the club and shoves Khamzat down. Now, this is the best part of this. This is the best part. Fucking savage, Gilbert Burns. My favorite part of this exchange. Hey, Khamzat's down. He's grounded. Let me fucking soccer kick him in the head. Or a knee, whatever connects. Let me go for it. Khamzat gets out of the way and he's like, fuck this, I'm going to go for a takedown. I'm a little wobbly right now. Let's go for this takedown. So he shoots in for the double, right? As he goes for it, Gilbert's like, you know what? Let's give you the 12-6s. Bang, bang, bang. What the fuck? What are we? Back of the head. Bang. I mean, like clearly on the back of his fucking head. Mikey Beltran just checking him out. Look at this motherfucker. You're going for a ride, boy. You're going for a ride. Gilbert's like, shit, that didn't work. My man tried to soccer kick, followed by back of the head strikes. Still got taken down. Colby Covington's going to need an actual kitchen sink. He's going to have to call up a plumber or something. I don't know. Go to Home Depot and pick up a kitchen sink. And when he's getting dragged against the fence, he needs to say, hey, corner, could you throw me that kitchen sink and smash it over Khamzat's head? And you know what's going to happen? Khamzat's still going to get the takedown. Same thing. He's still going to land the fucking takedown. A fucking soccer kick. Khamzat still won the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, the case is closed. Khamzat still got the win, still beat the number 2 ranked Gilbert fucking Burns. Still did it. Look at this head movement over here. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Comes in, right? He falls. Oh my God, what the hell? And everyone's like, oh, it's a knockdown, it's a knockdown. My man was fucking shoved. He was like shoved over. Right? He's like, okay, here we go. Oh shit, are you trying to kick my head? What the fuck? Look at that head movement though. He somehow gets around it. What was Gilbert doing there? He was fighting for his life. I can't kill Gilbert. I can't, because honestly, if I was fighting Khamzat Chimaev, I'd be like, can someone hand me a bat? Can someone hand me a bat? Mike the military cuck is taking L's, baby. Taking L's all night. You just tuned into the MMA-Holes to take nonstop L's. But keep them coming. Keep them coming, because we'll open up the phone lines. And you can talk to me right there. You can give it to me. You have a chance to call in, jump in our Discord on the MMAHoles.com. We still have 2 more fights to talk about.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Uncle Crow.
I think Luke and Leon would give Khamzat trouble as well. If Burns didn't get dropped at the end of round 1, he probably wins that round and the fight.
So the Leon Edwards was interesting. I was thinking about that as well, Uncle Chrome. Leon's is a tough fight. There's no doubt. He's a tough fight against Khamzat. I still got to give it to Khamzat, but I would be a little nervous. And Leon was willing to take that fight too, so I got to give him credit. Leon was down. Thank you, Uncle Chrome.
Wonderful, wonderful.
A lot of L's. Delivering, handing out L's tonight.
That's what I'm saying. Conor fans are realists. Colby has been dropped in all of his recent fights. All his takedowns were stuffed by Usman. Colby is also 35. Did you see Burns' face after the fight? Khamzat took Burns down and stuffed Burns' takedowns easy.
Yeah, Colby Covington is what? How old is he? Is he 35? Yeah, that's a good point right there. I was talking to Usman's age, and Colby's not getting any younger. Although Colby looks like he's still in his prime, man. Colby is still legit. Don't get me wrong, but I didn't really. I don't know, man. I want to see the fight, but the fact that Colby Covington fans are so like, Colby's gonna kill this guy. Like Colby's got to fight the guy first. He's got to accept the contract. That's got to happen. We need to see that. I mean, I think that's the question. It's not even, is Colby going to win? Is he going to accept the contract? Is he going to sign on the dotted line? Because if he doesn't, why are we even talking about this? Why are we wasting our breath?
Wonderful, wonderful.
What do we got here?
I don't get how people question Boar's cardio. The guy took massive shots all night and was still coming forward. He didn't wilt. That's something only a few fighters have. Many fighters would have wilted, like Zombie.
Kainoto, thank you for that donation. We actually agree on something here. I mean, I don't know if I should throw a party. It's exactly piggybacking off of what I was saying before. Getting hit by Gilbert Burns 141 times. 119 of them significant strikes. And people are talking about Khamzat Chimaev's cardio. Are you guys going to shit on Burns that much? Like, are you really going to shit on Gilbert Burns that fucking much? Is he that much of a can? You're saying that Colby Covington's pillow hands are gonna slow Khamzat down the way Gilbert Burns is 119 significant strikes. I mean, it's nuts. It's crazy. It's a bonkers world, this MMA community. But I love it. I love the insanity of the people. All right. We're going to open up phone lines, but I have 2 more fights. The title fights. We're not done, baby. We're still going with this thing. We'll get Jesse's opinion as well. Get your comments in the chat. I want final comments on Khamzat over here, and then we'll move into, I want to move into the 2 title fights because there's a lot to talk about with Aljo as well. Khamzat wanted a war. His corner didn't. And by the way, we're going to circle back around to Khamzat again. This is a 3-hour show tonight. We're taking phone calls. I want to hear from the people. Khamzat wanted a war. His corner didn't. If Khamzat kept range with the jab and stayed out of the pocket, he would have won convincingly. 100%, Rachel. 100%. My man came in reckless, looking to collect a head in the first round. That's what he did. The corner was like, yo, bro, slow down, man. Slow down. Yeah, let's go 61K, baby. Subscribe to the channel. Khamzat coach said he was abandoning his game plan. Yep, 100%. Now, if they could rein Khamzat in, this whole cardio conversation's right out the window. Colby fans are idiots. Well, they're passionate. I'm not going to call them idiots, but they're passionate. They are. Passion leads to delusion. I've been guilty of it before, man. I'm passionate about Conor, you know. But eventually, you got to fucking...
Wonderful.
You got to be real at one point in your life, right? Chubbs.
Everybody who thinks Colby wins isn't a Colby fan. I don't like his stupid gimmick. But he has taken a lot of massive shots and doesn't get tired. Your guy did after taking those shots. You're going off feelings, Moss.
Oh my God.
Now facts.
Chubbs, you're like digging your own ditch. You're digging your own ditch. There's no way you could spin what I said and try to make it like work in your narrative. Stop it. You're just trolling right now. There's no possible way. You're smarter than that. What did you say before that? Everybody who thinks Colby wins isn't a Colby fan. There are people out there that think Colby wins, but they're not running around with the fucking pitchforks throwing it at Khamzat. They're just saying, yeah, I think Colby wins the fight. It's the people that are trying to drill home the same point that makes no sense. Those people were dressing. Those probably are not Colby fans. Maybe there are a handful of people that are anti-Khamzat people out there. There are certain fans that do not like a hype train. Anytime a hype train, we see it every time. There's a hype train. People want to shit on it. I've been guilty of shitting on hype trains as well. But if I'm trying to take in information. Paddy Pimblett, he's fun, not on the train. Not on it. Khamzat, I was on a couple of fights ago. This guy is legit. Darren Till, I wasn't on. Izzy, I missed the boat on it. I kind of shit on Izzy a little bit. Wasn't on the boat. I'll eat my words on Izzy. Izzy proved me completely wrong at middleweight, but then collects an L when he moved up. But regardless of the fact, I'll take the L on that one. Who else? I'm trying to think. Sean O'Malley, I wasn't on. I was on board at first, Contender Series. I jumped off. Now I'm kind of back on again. I just don't know. It's not quite there like Khamzat. You know, I don't jump on every hype train. I jump on the ones that make sense. Khamzat Chimaev just beat the fucking #2 ranked fighter in his 5th fight in the UFC. That is a hard fact. Hard fact. Who did Colby fight in his 5th fight of the UFC? Let's check it out. Let's check it out. I just out of curiosity. I mean, why not? Why not? Let's look at it. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. He lost his 4th. It's Warley Alves. And then beat the GOAT, Jonathan Monier. Got a rear naked choke on that, a rare submission. Look at that. A lot of wins over there, though. Oh, no, canceled bouts and fight for pride. This is his 5th fight in the UFC. Jonathan Monier. Munier, or maybe Munier. How you say this guy's name? That's his 5th fight. Colby Chaos. Colby is 34 years of age, so whoever said that in the chat's correct. You guys are fucking nuts. Credit to Colby on his run. Colby's a savage. Colby would be a champ if Usman wasn't there. I'm with you on that. I'm all aboard on that. I picked Colby over Masvidal. I thought he was going to do his thing, and he did. Destroyed Jorge Masvidal. Not a Colby hater in any way. But it's apples and oranges here. Colby's about to look in the eyes of a wolf if he signs that contract. And everyone's saying a guaranteed lock that Colby wins this fight is fucking delusional. Delusional. We must move on. Got a couple of donations coming in here. Let's see what we got. Uncle Crow.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let's be honest. Khamzat is way bigger than everybody in that division. He isn't gonna back down or away from anybody during a fight. He has that bully mentality of I'm bigger, so I'm gonna keep coming forward no matter how many times I get hit.
Yeah, it does seem like that's the case. Another thing too, I know a 3-round fight is not like a 5-round fight, but I think Khamzat still would have the presence of mind to find a way to conserve in a 5-round fight, fighting for a belt in a title fight, fighting a guy like Usman, fighting a guy like Colby Covington. I don't think Khamzat's a stupid guy, and I think he's going to learn from these mistakes. I think he's still going to go for the kill, yes, but he might reserve himself a little bit more. Welcome, Jesse.
Thank you.
You came just at the right time, Jess. We got 300. Are you snorting coke now? What's going on? Oh. We have 375. Let me move this over real quick. I had to. Whoa, we're floating. Let me do this. Okay. So I want to get your opinions on Khamzat Chimaev, Gilbert Burns. And then we haven't even spoken about Aljo and Volkanovski fight as well. So we'll get to that, and then we'll open up some phone lines over here. Guys, stay awake. Monday night, we're partying. We got 375. We're going to take the phone call soon. But let's get Jesse's thoughts on Khamzat Chimaev defeating Gilbert Burns, the number 2 ranked welterweight.
Yeah, I said it on Saturday night. I have all the respect for Khamzat for what he did. I can't take that one away from him, but I have a lot of respect for Gilbert Burns too. I know I picked Burns in this whole thing, but yeah, listen, I still am not like super hyped about Khamzat the way a lot of other people are, but I do respect what he did. So, you know, okay. It is what it is.
Yeah, Jessie took one on the chin. She took a gamble and picked Burns in the fight and was very close to getting it. Like, she was very close to pulling off that upset. That would have been pretty impressive because she had a nice run on Saturday. Okay, I want to get your thoughts on Khamzat versus Colby Covington. Who wins?
Khamzat.
What? You have just pissed off the majority, well, not the majority, a lot of people actually agree, but there are some people out there that think you are out of your mind. How does that happen? I mean, Colby's got cardio.
Colby also has pillow hands. And his jaw has been broken by Usman, and Khamzat can strike.
She's not even a Khamzat Chimaev fan. No. She doesn't even believe the train. And she's picking Khamzat.
True.
Ouch. 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 I think Chubb's just unsubscribed. Let's move into the co-main event over here. We will talk more Khamzat. I know you guys are fired up about it, and I want to get more opinions on this. Keep on typing away in the chat. Hit the fucking like button, by the way. Hit the fucking like button. We're going to talk about the main event now. Not the main event Saturday night. The main event that happened last Saturday night. Not co-main event, excuse me. Aljamain Sterling versus Petr Yan. Now, first off, I want to ask, Jesse, who do you believe won this fight?
Yan.
Okay.
I mean, is this even a conversation that's going on or what?
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a big conversation. There is a massive debate going on, and people are saying that Petr Yan won. Then there's actually a lot of people jumping on Aljo's side, though. There are a lot of people out there that are taking the side, taking it on the chin, apologizing.
Dana White even said he thought that Yan won, right?
You, me, Dana White all think that Petr Yan won. Now, let me just say this. Okay. There were 2 convincing rounds for both guys. 4 and 5, Yan. 2 and 3, Aljo. It comes down to the first round. Everyone's been saying the same thing, and we said it on Saturday night. Well, actually, going into that second round, I was like, okay, Jan's up 1. Now, usually in a fight like this, I always go back and watch it again. I always do. I couldn't do it. Can you just lower that just real quick? I couldn't do it this one because I got to be honest with you. I was incredibly bored. And no disrespect to Aljo's game plan because it was incredibly effective. And this is what I felt Aljo needed to do to win. This is what I thought. If Aljo was going to win this fight, he's got to grind on me, man. It's got to be a completely different story. Conserve a little. Don't go balls to the wall in the beginning. Let's grapple. And oh boy, did he try to do that. 2 rounds, and he was just dominating. Like, just dominating. Complete control time. 2 and 3. Okay? The thing that sticks out to me is the 2 for 22. And people were like, oh, it's 5 rounds, blah, blah, blah. 2 for 22, okay? The 2 times he got those takedowns happened to be that of consistency, happened to be 2 and 3. The 2 rounds he won. It's not like he absorbed, he got those 2 takedowns in 2 and 3. So the other 20 takedowns that he missed were in the other rounds. 1, 3, 1, 4, and 5. Okay? Come on. If you allow 2 takedowns and you stop 20, like right there shows me a lot. If you also, on top of that, and granted, most of the strikes that were of, significance were more in the 4 and 5 round. But still, if you pull all the information together, I mean, it's pretty lopsided. Now you have the 8 minutes of control time, but that's 2 and 3. It's 2 rounds. Okay? So I do believe Petr Yan won the fight. But here's the problem. If you just watch this fight and you go round by round, right? And it comes down to the first round. The first round was competitive and close. Okay? I could kind of see how some people did pick Aljo in that round. I think Yan won it. Regardless of the fact. That's just my opinion against whoever else thinks Aljo won. A close fight going the distance. I'm a fan of close fights going towards the champion. I'm a fan of that. I don't mind that Aljo won this fight. In fact, I congratulate Aljamain Sterling for winning this fight. Not because we have any ties to Law MMA. I'm happy that, Longo got another notch on his belt with the champions, that he could hang up on the wall and celebrate. But I'm happy he got it. I am. I'm kind of over this. Because if he didn't, like, you could start talking a third fight, or, it's just like, I feel like it keeps going here. A close fight, it goes to the decision. If Petr Yan really wanted to win this fight, okay, don't let it go to the judges. That simple. Don't let it go there. It went to the judges. It didn't go his way. You got to move on.
Wasn't one of the judges completely off for the entire night?
Sal D'Amato.
So you can't really say don't let it go to the judges, because had it been a different judge, he could have won. Sal
D'Amato was the first judge that they read off that scored in favor of Aljo. And there you go. So, I mean, I don't feel so bad about what I'm saying here. I think Yan won the fight. But in a close fight, it goes to a decision. I'm not going to go crazy over this. Dana White thought Aljo lost. I thought he lost. Jesse thought he lost. But it doesn't matter. If you go into the decision and it's a semi-close fight, it goes to the judges. Aljo had an opportunity, many of opportunities on the back, where he could have finished this thing. And it was at a hilarious moment when he looks up at the camera and he smiles. I laughed out loud. It was funny. He's like, I got you, motherfucker. And this is early in the fight. Good for Aljo. But he didn't do anything with it. He just stayed there.
Yeah, this is what I was screaming about on Saturday night. And there were like 1 or 2 people even in the chat saying, oh, she's salty, she hates Aljo, she hates this. And I'm glad that it's Monday, because now I can actually talk about it. It's not about being salty. It's not about like hating Aljo or anything. And I even said it on Saturday night. We got a chance to meet him. He's a great guy. Fantastic dude. I would hang out with him again. But here's the thing. He went around telling everyone in the entire lead up to this fight, I'm going to show you guys that I'm a real fighter. I'm going to show you guys what I've got. And I'm going to make you guys respect me again. And blah, 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 blah. Like all that bullshit, right? And then the night comes when he has the opportunity to put his actions where his words are, right? And he fucking blew it. He lays there holding onto the back of Petr Yan.
Well, that's credit to. I mean, we do have to give credit to Yan too, because Yan was very tricky with fighting off the hands.
Absolutely,
he was fighting back as well.
I don't take anything away from that. All I'm saying is you can't talk a big game and try and win back an entire fucking audience of people, and then when the night comes, you're a fucking backpack all night. You can't do that.
When it comes to titles, defending your title, you just got to get that win. That's what you got to do, and that's what he did. He went in there to collect the win. It bothers me. It wasn't my best night. Like, we heard that again. You know, I didn't have my best. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't have my best night out there. It's like I feel like it's this song and dance every time with Petr Yan. So I'm ready to move on from this fight. You know, I'm done. Yan had an opportunity to fucking put the nail in the coffin, win convincingly, and he did. 4 and 5, he did. But being a traditionally slow starter, it kind of bit him in the ass. You know, once again. So Aljo gets the win. I don't agree with the decision, but I am not upset. And if you're upset about it, you can go fuck yourself, because Aljamain Sterling's your champion. He's your bantamweight champ. We move on. That's it. TJ Dillashaw next. Whatever. Let's see what the chat has to say, and we'll go forward.
All right. He did not win convincing enough, says Juju. Ice Viking says, I wonder why Dillashaw missed the MMA Hour interview today.
What?
Maybe it was after New York. Rick said Cejudo would be a bigger fight.
Wait. TJ blew off the MMA Hour?
I didn't get to see it this week.
Could you look it up real quick? I'm curious. I'm sure it's a story. Oh, oh man, Ariel does not like that when guys blow him off. I like TJ more now. Is that true? Let me know in the chat. Is that true? I couldn't. They're saying he did. Crenshaw Cruz. J-Lock Production says, I'm honestly over it, to be honest. Snake in the grass. Little snake. That's hilarious.
There's nothing on it. I'm sure he did, but...
Yeah, they're saying he did. Oh, wait. We got Ariel here. Jess, could you ask him real quick?
Ariel, can you answer that question? Did TJ show up or not?
Oh, yeah. I forgot he was back there. He was always creeping on us. All right, I'm going to move on from this. Congratulations to Aldo, man. Aljo. Aljamain Sterling. Listen, I don't think you won, but who cares? It wasn't a legal thing. You weren't crying. I hope you got a nice celebration. All right, let's go to the title fight over here. We have another donation. Let's get to it.
Wonderful.
Uncle Chrome.
Khamzat isn't stupid. He's crazy, and you can't coach crazy out of someone. He's gonna fight that way, balls to the wall every fight, no matter who he fights. He's a complete psycho, and I love it. He reminds me of a young but way more skilled Diego Sanchez.
Yeah, he's wild, man. He's a wild dude.
Super chat.
Load 22.
Keep up the beaver cooch jokes, freaking hilarious. Smiley face.
You must be new. Those have been going on for years. If you think that's funny, just stay tuned.
Wonderful.
Beaver to beaver violence.
The best part of the whole night was after Olyo won, calling out Gay Pill. T got all excited, and then Olyo excoriated him on the mic live. T-Pill went from laughing and smiling to stone face. We laughed so hard. Colby out wrestles and drowned Cam shot.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, it was funny. I got to give Aljo credit for this one before we move on to Volk.
What did he say?
What, with Dillashaw? Mm-hmm. No, he called him, he says you're next or whatever, and then he said something about Dillashaw, and he went through the whole steroid thing and stuff like that. Yeah.
No, that's an easy jab. Come on, Aljo.
Yeah, but TJ is a little snake in the grass. I'm with Aljo.
Snake in the grass.
Let's see, where's the funk? We
want the funk.
Man, we've had champions on the show, Jesse. Champions come on our show.
We want the funk.
We did it, Doubt Me Now, but the funniest one that he put up. Wait a sec. Oh, here it is. Okay, Jess, read this one out. This one actually made me laugh.
The Aljamain Sterling apology form from. Okay. Reason for behavior. The media convinced me he was done. I didn't watch the actual fights. I only looked at advanced analytics. I don't know MMA. I was jealous of Aljamain Sterling. Mercury was in retrograde. I will hereby respect Aljamain Sterling, and I will not talk down on the future first ballot Hall of Famer.
Who put this together? Do you think he made this beforehand, or some fan sent this to him?
If it were me, I would have made it beforehand, and then when I won,
That's
posted
funny,
immediately.
I have to say, listen, he is cringy in a lot of moments, right? And we've shit on him a bunch of times about how he's handled situations. To win the belt, and yes, I understand it was controversial. Some people thought Yan won. I'm one of them. But regardless of the fact, this is great. This is great. And if you're hating on this, come on. Bro, do you just hate everything? Like seriously, he's having some fun here. You know? And what does it say? I'm going to need y'all to fill this out.
I can understand how people would get annoyed by this, though.
Oh, come on.
I could.
He's leaning
Here's
into
the
it.
thing. No, here's the thing.
We need to chill.
It kind of goes back to the fact that he didn't play the heel from the beginning, and he tried to defend himself, and he was going hard in the paint on that, and then all of a sudden he's not defending himself, and he's the champ, and he's the heel, and blah blah blah. And then he like I said, talks up a big game, but then lays on Yan the whole fight, and now after it's oh, I'm the best, but
But here's the thing.
I could see how it could rub someone the wrong
way. He officially won. You know what I'm saying? Like the judges scored, 2 of the 3 judges scored in his way. No matter how boring you think the game plan is, it's part of the game. It's not illegal what Aljamain Sterling did. He won. It wasn't exciting by any means, but he did enough to win the fight. And he didn't. It wasn't him crying or getting kneed in the head or any of that stuff here. So I gotta get. I think it's time to pump the fucking brakes.
Nah, I'm good. I'll keep going.
But give him time though, because I guarantee he'll stick his foot in his mouth again. I guarantee. But I'm gonna give him this one, man. I'm gonna give this one. I think Aljo hit a W with this one. All right, we gotta move on. Fucking Aljo.
Oh, super
Can't shake this guy.
chat.
Load 22.
Not noob and sub-ed for 2 years.
Look at
Cooch
that.
all the way.
Nice.
Smiley face.
Cooch all the way.
Team Cooch. All right, let's talk about the main event, and then we'll open up the phone calls. If you're still hanging with the boys, make sure you smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. We hit, once again, 61,000 subscribers. Let's go. Come on!
Let's go.
I haven't updated our goal here. I saw 54K, but let's do 61,100 over here. But what do you think, Jesse?
Whoop whoop. Whoop whoop.
Woohoo! Woohoo! All right. Thank you guys for subscribing. Appreciate it. All right. Main event. Let's give Australia some the firstborn, pure blood Australian, Jesse. Yeah. I found this out today that Robert Whittaker, it was floating around the Twitterverse that Robert Whittaker was born in New Zealand. I thought he was in Australia, but
I did not know that.
Yeah. So Alexander Volkanovski is like a true Australian champion, right? So this guy gets it done against the Korean Zombie. I'm more of a fan of the Korean Zombie. I've been yelling that, all week long. But Volkanovski coming out there in the 4th round and saying to the Korean Zombie, you sure you want to do this?
Yeah, I actually did not know that. You told me that today, and I was like, that's pretty interesting, because I didn't catch that the first time around.
Yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool that he did that. The funniest part about that, though, is Korean Zombie had no idea what he was saying. So was it really nice of him to do that to a guy that doesn't even speak a lick of English?
I think he still meant well. I don't think it was he wasn't trying to be condescending or anything like that.
Korean Zombie just nodded at him like he has no idea what the hell he's saying. But then he finishes him in the 4th round, which is pretty wild. It could have ended in the 3rd, really. Alexander Volkanovski, everyone their mother picked this guy. Not many people that I know picked Korean Zombie, even though we were rooting for him. Volkanovski finishes him, gets the job done. And the only thing I could talk about here is what's next. With Henry Cejudo throwing himself in the testing pool, how do you not want to see it? I don't know. I know Henry's undersized.
Don't you think that's why he threw himself in the testing pool in the first place?
I hope that's the case, because honestly, feed me that. That's what I want.
Let me put something into perspective for you. Henry Cejudo helping train with the Korean Zombie this entire camp leading up to Volkanovski. Henry Cejudo then makes an Instagram post about a week before the fight starts, calling him Alexander the Boring. Henry Cejudo present the entire time talking mad shit about Alexander Volkanovski, trying to get under his skin because the Korean Zombie couldn't speak English, right? Henry Cejudo wants Volkanovski. And I think after the Korean Zombie fight, Henry Cejudo saw maybe weaknesses or somehow that he thinks he can capitalize on Volkanovski.
What weakness are you seeing?
He might have seen something.
You might have seen an Ortega fight. a little bit.
So I think that him jumping back into the testing pool coincidentally was planned for a very long time, and he wants Volkanovski. There's no doubt.
Yes, he did. And honestly, when Henry was throwing his name around there, I wanted Cejudo versus Volkanovski. I was hoping that he was in the testing pool, and that would have been the fight on Saturday instead of the Korean Zombie fight. But instead, we got the Korean Zombie fight, and his prime is way past him. Korean Zombie.
Yeah.
He's not on that level. Two things I would like from Volkanovski. He could sit there at 145 and just rattle everyone off. Like, just repeat. I mean, Max Holloway, again, that second fight was a war. So, I mean, Max Holloway's still interesting to me, but I do need some fresh blood. He could sit there, he can go recycle, just bang people out and be the greatest 145er, and I'd be fine with that. But as a fan, I want to see him go up, or I want to see him fight Henry.
What do you think he's going to go up?
I think he should go up at one point in his career.
Do you think he will?
Yes.
Really?
I think he will.
For who?
To 155. I mean, you got to remember, the guy used to walk around 200 plus pounds playing rugby. He was a big dude. Like, he's not tall.
And you don't think the extra weight is going to weigh him down or tire him out?
If anything, I think he can go up Michael Chandler-esque and cause some damage. I think more power up there. I think he'll be fast. I think he'd be a problem up there. I do. At 155, he could be a problem. Especially with Khabib out of the mix. I mean, now I still have to go with Oliveira over him. But imagine, like,
could you imagine
Volkanovski versus Gaethje? Like, imagine that.
Could you imagine he goes up and he, like, he's like fighting at the top or whatever, and then Conor McGregor comes
fucking
in
takes
wanting
that little ass out.
That would be fucking hilarious. That would sell too.
Give me the fucking belt, yeah. Love that, but
How tall is he though? Isn't he very short?
Islam is an interesting
for 155?
fight. Yeah.
How tall is Volkanovski?
He is 5'6".
Yeah, so he's a short 155er.
Yeah. But Henry Cejudo, think about Henry Cejudo. Henry Cejudo's like 4 foot, and my man is looking to go up to 145. That's nuts.
Well, he's always talking up a big game.
But Henry Cejudo won the bantamweight strap, the flyweight strap. My man goes up, becomes a triple champ. Think about that. And if you're gonna go up against a 5'6" guy, right? You don't want to see Henry Cejudo versus Max Holloway.
I'm talking about Volkanovski going up and fighting other lightweights who are like 5'9", 5'10".
Oh, you're talking about him going up. Okay, so that doesn't mean shit.
I fear that might be a disadvantage for Volkanovski.
I think if anything, he's gonna be tricky.
And then with him being so short, he has to pack on extra weight.
I think Volkanovski being
it could be
compact,
detrimental for him.
Compact at 155 could be a problem for the weight class.
It could also be a problem for him.
Makhachev, ouch. But some of these guys up there, I think he beats. I do. I got to give him credit.
I'm trying to think of someone at the top 10 of or top 5 of 155 that I think Volkanovski can beat.
Frankie Edgar, perfect example.
You think Volkanovski can beat Frankie Edgar?
No, Frankie Edgar was a midget.
So?
At 155. So you're saying Volkanovski is going to have a problem up there?
You can't compare two fighters based on size.
That's what?
Extra weight on a fighter is different for every fighter. It's not always the same.
Jesse, he was a 200-pound rugby player, Volkanovski.
You take someone like DC who went up to heavyweight and it fared well for him. But then you take someone like Israel Adesanya who moved up to light heavy and it didn't fare well for him. You know what I mean? Like, or Darren Till, for example. He went heavier and it did not fare well for him.
Israel Adesanya is a pure striker.
Yeah.
Volkanovski is the package. He's got everything. The guy can strike.
Right, so
he's incredibly intelligent. He can grapple. He can do everything.
Wouldn't you think it would tire him out more then?
No.
If he's on the ground rolling around with extra weight?
Nope. I don't. If anything, I think he has an easier weight cut, and I think he's fast. He'll be fast as all hell.
I don't know, man.
Now, I'm not going to say he's a guaranteed lock for a belt, but if the right person has the belt at 155, I mean, why not see Volkanovski go up there and fucking fight for that thing? I mean, why not? If Gaethje beats Oliveira.
I don't even think he's going to do it in the first place.
Okay, say Gaethje beats Oliveira.
Yeah.
Volkanovski goes up.
And fights Gaethje?
Yeah. It'll be a fire fight. You don't think there's a chance that Volkanovski can win?
No, I don't. I don't think there's a chance. No. Not against Gaethje at 155. Okay. No way. I do not think there's a chance.
Okay. I'm not saying Volk wins, but I'm saying I think there's a chance. Yes.
I don't know where you see this chance.
Now Charles Oliveira, that's rough.
Dustin Poirier?
That's a great fight. It's a great fight. Poirier likes to get choked out.
I think Volkanovski knows that he's... Listen, I would respect him if he did want to move up to 155 and give it a shot, but I don't see him moving far.
I thought I was the Volk
division.
Man, I thought I was the Volcator, man.
No, I
Holy
love Volk.
shit.
That's the thing. Like, I love him so much, but like, I just stay where you are, man. Like, I don't know. I think that's a bad recipe for him. I don't think it's.
If you go
smart,
up a weight class and you can't grapple, it's a problem. It's a problem. If you can go up a weight class, you're compact and you can grapple, not much of a problem. Not much.
True. Not
you're
true.
harder to hit. People will be punching down.
You're
at
also
them.
heavier and moving around.
You're
a lot more
heavier.
weight.
You're tougher to take down because you're lower to the ground. You have a little lower center of gravity. Up underhooks against the fence, you could do a lot of work. I mean, there's a lot of things Volkanovski could do, and he's a very intelligent fighter. Only 33 years of age. He's like in his prime right now.
I don't see it going well for him.
Okay.
I don't.
I know he's not really like a full-blown grappler, but the dude can grapple. There's no doubt about it. The guy can do everything. He's very well balanced. And that's what I like about him. You know, listen, I'm not a Volkanovski fan. I'm not.
I am. I like him.
But it would be very interesting to see him move up. That would be very enticing. Or give me Henry Cejudo. All right, what's the chat say? And then we'll take some phone calls. Volkanovski can do well at lightweight. He fought in both welterweight and lightweight before. That's true. Yeah, he has fought in welterweight. So there you go. The guy. I mean, listen, you got to start. You know, you got to think. You got to think a little bit into this thing. I mean, it's not impossible for Volk. He's never lost in the UFC. You know, him moving up a weight class, and I mean, he's not tall, but he's a big, strong guy. Ian Jerry beats Volk. Oh, imagine Ian Gary 6'3" versus Volkanovski 5'6". Imagine that fight. Oh my God, that'd be nuts. Isn't what's his name? The Tarantula. What the hell's his name?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck. Isn't he like 6'3" as well? Jalen Turner? Is that his name? How do you spell that guy's name? Jalen Turner.
No, there's no. It's J-A-L.
I don't know how to spell that guy's name. J-A-L?
Yeah.
Jalen. I mean, it's not like that guy's even close to a belt.
I-N.
All right, the guy's got a weird name. Anyway, he's not even close to a belt. Doesn't matter. Isn't he like 6'3" or some shit? Anyway, all right. We're going to take some phone calls. We're going to take a quick break. Word from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we open up the phone lines. If you could drop our... Actually, could you put it in our description, the Discord link?
Right now?
Yeah, just to put edit video and just drop it on description. Maybe put it under become a member. Yeah, right under there. All right, so right under become a member in our description, we're going to have the Discord link. You can get there from the MMA-Holes.com as well. Jesse's dropping in our chat. And that's how you can call us up, okay? Find our little icon, hit the little phone thing, and we're going to be talking to some people, baby. Let's go. Take a break. We'll be right back.
Let's be honest, when it comes to underwear, there's nothing more important than comfort. Why empty your pockets for generic underwear that loses comfort, quality, and style when you can slip into a pair of Sheath and get even more out of your daily wear? With Sheath underwear, you can treat your jewels like royalty as they are given their own private sanctum, keeping them secure and you in a state of bliss. Get 20% off Sheath now using promo code MMA-Holes. That's MMA-HOLES with the link in the description below.
And for the ladies?
Absolutely! Sheath isn't just for men. Ladies can now experience Sheath's style, comfort, and functionality too. Sheath for women is crafted using a signature modal elastane fabric blend for form-fitting breathability that will not affect the natural pH environment or the microclimate of the skin while producing that long-lasting, unimpeded comfort. Use promo code MMA-Holes, MMA-HOLES, for 20% off at sheathunderwear.com.
Alright, don't go anywhere. I want to sing to you. Sing along, friends.
All I want, all I want.
Look at that belt.
Breeze along, breeze along. Are you keeping me, baby? All I want.
Undisputed belts, baby. Yeah. All right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
UndisputedBelts.com. Thank you to all our sponsors. Now it's time where we take some phone calls. Jesse, you ready for some phone calls?
I'm ready for some phone calls.
You ready for some phone calls, Jesse?
I'm ready for some phone calls.
We're going to open up the phone lines.
Okay.
The Discord line.
The what line?
The Discord line.
The Discord line.
Oh, Jesus. I almost threw up all over the mic.
That was really disgusting.
All right, we're going to take patrons first, and then we move into the peasant Discord, Jesse. That's what I like to call it, the peasant Discord. Okay, here we go. Patrons first, so if you want to become a patron down below, and then we'll roll into the open Discord to everybody. Keep on calling, stay in queue, so we can pick you up. Let's take the 1K King. All right, 1K King Sonosi, welcome to the show. How's it going?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice, wonderful, wonderful. All right, what are your thoughts on you? A lot to talk about. UFC 273. What are your thoughts on this event?
It was a decent event, a lot of controversy. So my first thought, we'll get the Khamzat thing over with, since that's maybe the one everyone talks about.
Mm-hmm.
Part of me thinks he did lose, but at the same time, I can see where he won as well. I am not 100% convinced after that fight that I'm not gonna say I can't say he's gonna steamroll Colby in the same way for Colby's gonna steamroll Khamzat, especially if it's a 5-rounders. There's too many unknowns.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just trying to think of a way to avert this. Like, yeah, can Khamzat KO Colby? Oh, no doubt, we can see that happen. But Colby has. If you want to go by technicality, Colby has not really been KO'd. Really, I mean, he got stopped, but he didn't get knocked flat out. But he did get his jaw broken.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, the wrestling thing is the real thing I'm curious of, because he gave up after Burns gave up after his a couple attempts. He didn't try again. We don't know. I mean, a single leg can easily yank someone to the ground if he tries. But the point is, we don't know which is going to happen in that fight, and I really can't. I think that was been discussed too much. I don't really want to talk about that one. Now, the Aldo one is a different one.
Okay.
I'm not in the belief that lane prey or the whole unwritten rule of your champion, you have to beat the champ thing should apply. I think if you lose by, how the point system goes, you should lose. And I think too many champions take advantage of that unspoken rule.
Mm-hmm. Well, who did you think won the first round?
See, that's a little contested, if you ask me. I'll rewatch it again because I was just curious, not trying to look past the bias, because I I don't like Aldo, I'll be honest. But looking at past it, I could see how some people might give Aldo that first round in some ways.
Yes, Aljo, correct?
I say Aldo, yeah, Aljo, yeah.
Okay, there we go.
I can see how I can see how he could have gotten first round, but the same that's too contested of a round to me at least. Now the part where I don't agree is when you start holding on to someone for the whole round and not doing much.
Yeah,
I don't think that should reward you 2 rounds.
What's interesting is Jesse was yelling like stand him up, right? And as a fan, I can see how people in the crowd would be like that too. But when you do have a dominating position on the back and Yan can't go anywhere, even if there's not much action and there's a lot of hand fighting, there's really no way around it. There's no way, I mean, you really can't stand those guys up. It would be completely wrong. So what could you do in that situation? If there's like a stalemate and now it's like one fighter has the back, what do you do?
See, that's a tricky one because like it's from a more dominating position, like the back, like you said. If it was like from the front, like in a guard, then yeah, you lay him up right away. Because a guard's arguably you can move him, and no one's doing anything. Yeah. Now, one thing I did see in the fight that kind of was funny, and it might be psychological. I don't know about you guys, but every single time there was a position where it looked like he can get kneed, I kept thinking, "Don't do it, don't do it, don't get into your anger."
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We cracked that joke multiple times during the broadcast. Yeah. I mean. It did seem like it was there for both guys at some points. It was like, oh, is it coming again? Are we going to see it? Like, there was a part of me that kind of wanted to see it.
Oh, so much. But you know what? At the same time, I see what he was doing. You can kind of see how he's kneeling on purpose. Like, this is a part where people are not going to like this idea. Some aren't. I think we should bring it back. Kneeing to an extent, because I think too many people are using it as a safety net.
Oh, 100%. I'm with you on that because, yeah, people literally say, okay, there's really not much you can do that hurts me here. Let me plant myself, and then I'll just recuperate a little bit, and then I can just work my way back up the cage. We see that all the time. We saw it in this fight over here. Yes, it's a fight, and if you could knee them in the head, I mean, you know, in a fight, and then if they have like a hand down, and now you can't knee them, that's ridiculous.
It's a stupid rule. Some states each state has I know some commissions kind of have a different, somewhat similar rule where, oh, the one knee, or it has to be both knees or anything. But honestly, yeah, it should go away because that's why one of the things why I loved about Pride, that that kind of tactic cannot be used. Granted, you couldn't really use elbows, but I think that could be a disputed thing in the next couple of years, especially if one championship keeps getting its popularity.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think if anything, we're gonna lose some things. People keep on yelling about the oblique kick. I have a feeling, unfortunately, we're gonna go the other direction.
I could see that argument a little bit with the oblique kick because you know it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Granted, at the same time, you're thinking this is violence. Any attack can fuck you up and damage you. A fucking flying knee can. I mean, look what happened to Cyborg's husband when he got flying kneed.
Oh yeah, his face concaved. Yeah.
So any of that shit can happen. Now, the last fight I want to get to real quick, that whole Korean Zombie versus Volkanovski. Oh my god. I know I was one of those people who did go for Zombie, but that was me speaking as a fan and as better. Oh my god, was that a slaughter?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It was so painful. I was like, oh, I'm thinking. And I don't think now I think about it, he didn't even try going to the ground once.
I can't recall. Yeah, I don't remember him trying to go for it either. Korean Zombie looked like, I don't know, it just looked like he didn't even belong there, to be honest.
No, it's painful for me to say that. If it was like a couple of years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
The thing that did the most damage to his career, which unfortunately was not his fault, was being enlisted to the military.
Yep. 100%.
And you know, he had a good reign, and he did lose to Aldo before. So, you know, this wasn't his first rodeo trying to be a champion. But anyway, but other than those, the whole future of Khamzat, right? I honestly think he has a better chance at middleweight than he does at welterweight.
Interesting.
I don't see the top contenders giving him as much problems, and in some ways, I think Izzy's an easier fight.
Yeah, I mean, I think Izzy's definitely a winnable fight. Now, people are going to say, well, this fight went to the decision. Gilbert Burns really brought it to Khamzat. Khamzat's exposed, blah, blah, blah. Guys, yeah, we need to pump the brakes, man. Like, we need to pump the brakes.
Now, the one thing, Izzy, one of the best defenses ever when it comes to the ground game. So
Yeah.
he has to get him to the ground.
Oh yeah, he does have a pretty good defense. I'm curious. It's gonna get there though. Khamzat's gonna get him there. There's no doubt.
That's the problem. If he gets him there, because he's actually around the same size as Izzy almost. Not exact. I think Izzy's still a little bigger than him. But if he gets into him, then the reach will be his issue too. But if he gets him to the ground, yeah, Izzy's screwed. Whereas Usman could probably fight back better.
Yeah.
But Izzy has reach and the ridiculous kickboxing experience, so it'd be a competitive fight for sure.
Yeah.
But if you look at the top 5 at middleweight, the only person I see that might be able to take out Khamzat is maybe Whitaker, and that's a maybe.
It's a good fight. That's a good fight. Yeah, Whitaker versus Khamzat Chimaev. I hope Khamzat grabs his belt, and we can. I really hope he can get it because it's gonna get real crazy, man. If this guy becomes the welterweight champ, this shit's gonna go nuts.
You know what would be our luck? It's because like Usman loses. I don't know. Imagine someone like Leon somehow does it. That would kill me a little bit inside.
Yeah, I mean, I have a respect for Leon as a fighter. I do. But I'm cool with him being champ. I mean with not being champ. I'm good. I don't think I need a Leon Edwards champion.
If Leon Edwards wins, that deflates so much narratives we can use. The only narrative that really works if he becomes champion is the whole Jorge one. But other than that, at least with Usman's champion, we still have Colby, Usman 3, or okay, who hasn't he fought? Like what was it, Luke? I think he hasn't fought yet.
Yeah, if Leon wins, you got to give Kamaru the rematch, and that would be a trilogy fight, right? And that kind of throws people in limbo and stuff like that, and it's just like shit, because like if Khamzat beats Covington, or if Covington destroys Khamzat Chimaev, I would love to see a third fight. Like I'd be cool with that. Both fights are great, and if Leon wins, it throws everything off.
Yeah, I will say this though, if Kobe somehow a decision victory, I could see it. I don't see it in round 3 because, like you said, Khamzat's at least used to round 3s a little bit more. 5 is a whole new beast. But I only see one way how Kobe can win, it's by overwhelming him, if he can even overwhelm him. Because I do agree with when you take 140 shots, that's gonna wear you down. You're gonna breathe hard and all that shit.
Yeah, I mean, he took an abuse, complete abuse from Gilbert Burns, and then people are like, oh, his cardio sucks. It's like, bro, let me see you get in there and take all those shots from Gilbert. I mean, he was getting fucking slaughtered at some points in that fight. Gilbert was bringing it to him. I mean, he was throwing bombs in his direction, to the body, to the face. I mean, come on, what are we doing here? Let's pump the brakes. Yeah.
But you know what though? If I will say this, there's only 2 things I want to see left from Khamzat. I mean, I'm partial on the train now more than I was Saturday because he proved it. I want to see how he survives once he's the one dealing with the ground, being on the defense, because we haven't seen that too much. He's the aggressor for a good reason. So I want to, if someone like Kobe does get him to the ground, we'll actually see how he does. And then the main thing being, how does he do doing a 5-rounder? Because Kobe has done 200, 300 strikes per fight, and this is like his 6. He's been 6-7 times he's been in a 5-round war. So he has the experience. He knows how to pace himself. So
yeah, the 5-round thing is a fun storyline. It is. I'm excited. I want to see Khamzat go 3 in the UFC. We saw that. Now let's see him go 5. Let's see what we could do. I'm interested.
I just hope he doesn't go too aggressive, because if he does the same tactic he does with Burns against Kobe with a 3-round, with a 3-round mentality, like I'm gonna knock him out, I'm gonna take his head off. That narrative can change a little bit, but after Saturday, all I know is give Khamzat Kobe, please Kobe, accept the damn fight, because I swear I will lose respect for Kobe. I mean, there's not much in the first place, but there's some at least. But if he cannot accept that fight, it's like, dude, don't you want to go for Usman 3? You're not going to get Usman if you don't take this fight.
Yep. You're preaching to the choir, man. That's what I was yelling at people about before. I agree, man.
Now, if he takes... all
right, Sonosi, man. Come on, Sonosi. What are we doing here? You're hogging the whole damn show, for God's sakes. I love you, buddy.
I paid 2 hours. I paid for hours. I can take 30 minutes if I choose to.
They're falling asleep out there. I love you. All right, let's get to a final point, though. I appreciate it.
Well, that's my final point. Enjoy. Give the guys their time. if you can. I don't blame if you don't. All right, peace.
All right. There's Sonosi coming in. I mean, come on. What are we doing here? I love Sonosi, but Jesus, a half hour of Sonosi, I might off myself. All right, here we go. Who else we got here? Pulse.
Oh, what up?
How you doing, buddy?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Nice, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Thoughts on UFC 273?
It was a good card, I would say.
Yeah, it wasn't bad, right? Exciting.
I'm sorry?
Some exciting moments.
Yeah, no, certainly there was. I'm not even going to argue about the people's main event. I'm over it already. I felt Gilbert won, but it's whatever.
Okay.
I will say this: that match was for the number 2, second best welterweight on the planet. So whoever won it, you could say that legitimately about them. So so they both beat Colby.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if we go back and forth on this fight and debate, hey, who won this thing? Honestly, I'm pretty confident that Khamzat did win it. But regardless of the fact, if Burns got the win, I still would have been excited because I mean, Gilbert Burns putting up that kind of performance and kind of shushing, the hate going in his direction. It was a brilliant fight. It was so much fun to watch.
Yeah. You remember that Sparta kick that he hit him with? They were both on the ground and he push kicked him. Gilbert push kicked him. You remember that?
Actually, no. Wait, you mean he jumped up and double kicked him?
No. They were both on the ground.
Yeah, and then when he was trying to get up, he got kicked in the chest.
Yes, I do remember. Yeah, that shit was crazy, man. Yo, Gilbert Burns nuts.
Yeah, it was a good fight. It was an entertaining fight. But I was just want to say about the bantamweight division. To me, there was no controversy. I felt like I saw 3 rounds to 2 for Aljo.
3 rounds to 2 for Aljo. Okay, listen, I think Yan won. Jesse thought Yan won. Dana thought Yan won. But here's the thing. It still was a close fight. So if you think Aljo won, I think Yan won. I don't care. The champion wins the close fight. We move on,
Yeah, like Cormier said, after 2 losses, it's no longer a rivalry.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. He could finally, the ship, has sailed, for now at least. I still think Jan's going to be in the mix, but... yeah.
Listen, I don't think Aljo keeps this belt long at all. You still got Dillashaw's in the mix. You still got Rob Font, Sanhagen, Aldo's still here. This guy, Marab Divishabas, you know his name. You got Marlon Vera, this guy Song Yerdong. You got a lot of contenders, a lot of killers at Bantam. So I don't think he keeps this belt too long.
I tell you what, though, TJ might be the best shot, and I don't think TJ beats him. I think he does keep the belt. I mean, who beats him? Who beats Aljo right now?
Who beats Aljo?
Yeah. Like, who? I know you named those guys, but which guy? Sanya Dong?
Yes.
That guy is scary, but I think Aljo wins. I think he wins.
I don't know. I think, what about a rematch with Sanhagen? You think it couldn't possibly go that same way again?
I don't think it's the same way, no, but I think Aljo wins again on that too. Aljo knows, like, here's the thing. Aljo's grappling is so scary, and his striking is decent enough where he can get those decisions, So he's that type of guy, and then every once in a while he'll catch a neck. So I think he beats Sanhagen. TJ might be the biggest test.
What happens if Marab moves up and has to fight Aljo?
He won't. Marab won't fight him.
How do you know?
He already said. Marab will not fight him. Yep. And we had his teammate on.
But what if Dana White's like, listen, you take this fight.
Actually, Marab told me. Marab told me.
Or you're out of the UFC. What does Marab do?
Or you're out of the UFC.
Yeah, say he gets
We would never say that. Marab would legit go to he would go to 145 or maybe cut down. He would. I'm telling you, Marab.
You don't think he would fight Aljo?
I know he wouldn't fight him. I know. I would love to see it.
Doesn't mean that's not. That's
you know who
true.
Marab's going to fight eventually?
Who?
Petr Yan. Guaranteed. Lock it up.
That's stupid.
Guaranteed lock. You'll see Marab fighting Petr Yan.
And then what happens when he beats Yan?
Aljo's got a vacate, so Marab could be champ.
Oh my god.
Yeah, look at this. I'm going to show this over here. Pulse could be on a little delay, but look. This is. I mean, it's already happened, Jess. Look.
Mm-hmm.
See? This is actually a real picture. It's Marab and Petr Yan. Marab actually posted this. Back in the day, they were in their homeland.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else, Pulse?
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, Bantam still has, Rob Font. They have Marlon Vera. They got a lot of guys coming up. This guy, Ricky Simone. They got a lot of guys coming up. So, it's Bantam's turning out good. But I was going to ask you, Okay, a lot of people are calling Volkanovski the best featherweight of all time, right?
See, people are saying that. Not me, but yes.
Okay, well, he has wins over Aldo and, according to some people, Holloway twice. So that's why they're saying he's the best featherweight of all time. But my question for you is, okay, you remember your guy, Conor McGregor, a guy who also has wins over Aldo and Holloway.
Yes.
You remember him from 2015, UFC 194. Obviously, you remember that night where he beat Aldo in seconds.
Yes.
That guy, that night, 2015 Conor, as confident as he was, remember he said he doesn't just knock them out, he picks the round. That guy versus Volkanovski, who wins?
I mean, Pulse, it's not even a question. That surging star of Conor McGregor destroys Volkanovski. He beats him in 2.
I'm talking about current Volkan. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. So that's your pick. What about you, Jess?
100%.
I'm sorry.
2015 Conor McGregor, the man that smoked Jose Aldo. That Conor, the Ole champion.
Yeah.
Volkanovski right now. Who wins?
Oh shit.
Come on, Jess. We know. 5 for 6. He knocks out midgets like
At 155?
Yeah, this is his bread and butter.
No, for the best featherweight of all time, because he's beaten Conor already beat everybody he beat. Volk came in, he beat Mendez. Conor beat Mendez
Volk
already.
Couldn't finish Aldo, right? He couldn't finish.
He finished Aldo worse in seconds.
Yeah, Conor destroyed Aldo.
Okay, that Conor that night against current Volkanovski, who wins?
145 King, Conor McGregor.
I mean,
come on.
Shit, man.
Conor defeated Max Holloway, a young Max Holloway with an injury, and still defeated Max Holloway.
Yeah, and Josh makes a good point. Volkanovski's cardio is better than Conor's.
Cardio? What do you need cardio when you're sleeping?
Cardio.
What do you need cardio when you're sleeping in under 2 rounds?
Volkanovski's more well-rounded than Conor. I mean, Volkanovski's the answer.
You know what? Conor wins in 1 round now that Jesse said that, Pulse. Look what you made me do. Volkanovski
would win.
Come on. Your recency bias. It's crazy. Craziness. Pulse, could you believe this girl?
She said she picked Volk?
Yeah, she picks Volk.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's open for interpretation. You know, it's a fight that'll never happen. So,
the reason why I say this is the wars with Max Holloway, right? Competitive fights, very competitive fights, and I truly believe when Conor was in his prime at 145, you know, when he was just catching heads, I feel that Conor McGregor would have had enough to put fucking Volk down, put him asleep, Jess.
I mean, you know, it's hard to explain, but his confidence alone at that time was just on another level. You can't even really, like, how can you gauge that like it's a skill, like it's a muscle? But it's the truth. His confidence was greater than some people's will at that time.
He was superhuman, Pulse. He was above human strength and mentality. The guy was a god amongst gods, you know?
Yep. Then he started slapping civilians and it all went downhill.
Remember, Aldo was an unbeatable force when Conor slept him in 13 seconds. Jose Aldo was the boogeyman. That guy, anyone faces Aldo, Aldo fucked up. And Conor smoked him in 13 seconds.
Well,
and this is what I'm saying here.
That was I don't care how shot.
Volk could be fucking roided up. I don't care what kind of Volk, whatever. No way he wins in that fight. You guys are crazy if you think. You're crazy. But you know what? The fight's never going to happen like that. Might happen in a higher weight class sometime. You never know, but yeah. All right. Anything else, Pulse?
Oh, that's it for me. Laters, guys.
Thank you.
Laters.
Look at that. Look at Pulse.
Love Pulse.
Okay. We see a bunch of calls in here. Hang in there. We're going to take patrons first. I think we might have caught all the patrons here. Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah, I think you did. You're good.
We're caught up on patrons? All right. Let's take this one over here. I'm taking him because he's got a figuredo. Tony Trill, you're live on the MMA-Holes. How's it going, buddy?
Good. I had a good 273. How's y'all have 273?
It was wonderful.
Are you high, Tony?
Yes, I am. Good guess, Jess. You got that.
Man, I can detect those stoners from a mile away.
Yeah, I had to come in ready because I'm ready to debate Volk versus any 155 or not named Islam and Charles. I think he beats him.
Yeah, now this is interesting, right?
Not Islam.
Okay, not Islam.
Yeah.
So if Volkanovski moves up to 155, I think he'd be a problem at 155. But all right, so who does he beat and who doesn't he beat?
All right, time to make some people angry. I think he beats Dustin and Justin for sure.
Ooh, all right, I'll let Jesse take this one. Go ahead,
Beats
Jess.
Dustin and Justin?
Yeah.
I disagree.
For sure.
I'm with.
I
For
disagree.
sure. I think he's got better IQ. I think his striking acumen is just cleaner. He gets in and out, the speed, and just the wrestling advantage, I feel.
This is at 155, you're saying?
Yeah, 155.
At 155. I think he definitely takes Dustin down for sure. But there was like that narrative that Gaethje doesn't have takedown defense. It's been dispelled from the Chandler fight. Habib's the only one that took him down. So maybe he could stifle Volk's takedowns, but I'm guaranteeing Volk gets Dustin on the ground.
I don't know what the fuck you're smoking, but I'd like to try
serious.
some.
I'm with him. Volk for the win.
I think he definitely gets Dustin down on the ground. I don't know about Justin. The Justin
what
one's
happens
more
when he
exciting.
gets him to the ground?
But he definitely beats Dustin.
Fucking smokes him.
What
I'm telling you, he
happens?
beats Dustin.
Okay, but what happens when he gets him to the
He
ground?
puts a little pea head into the match, yes?
What happens?
I think the calf kicks too. I think he's gonna check Justin's calf kicks, and he's gonna land his calf kicks. They're gonna be faster.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Let's rewind. You're saying Volkanovski gets Dustin Poirier to the ground
Yep.
at 155.
Yep.
And when he gets him to
Yes.
the ground, what happens?
He's gonna go in top mount and either go for an armbar or just ground and pound.
And you don't think that Dustin Poirier, who's like home division is 155, it's where his strengths are.
I'm glad you bring that up. I'm so glad you brought that up. Charles Oliveira and Dustin Poirier used to be featherweights.
Uh-huh. But right now
So-
but right now he's been fighting at 155, made his way to the top, and you're saying that Volkanovski can beat that.
For the record, Volkanovski's like, if I'm not mistaken, his first couple fights was at lightweight in UFC. But yeah, I hear what you're saying. Dustin's definitely a true 155er. But at one point, he was the number 5 featherweight when he fought Conor. People forget that. In all 3 Conor matchups, he was the higher ranked fighter. He was number 5 when Conor was number 9 at featherweight.
Mm-hmm.
He was number 2 in the second one, and Conor was like number 4. And then in the last one, I think Poirier was number 1, and Conor was like number 5. So like overall, throughout the trilogy, he's been the better ranked fighter. It's just Conor had the public opinion because like Conor's Conor, and he's just that guy.
You know, size means jack shit.
Yikes.
It really does. And look at what Henry Cejudo going up to 135.
No, I'm not even
snatching
speaking
the
in
belt.
terms of size. I'm speaking in terms of who's more
Oh,
comfortable
that's
at 155
my bad,
right
not
now.
to interrupt. That's the other thing with the Dustin fight. Dustin's like what, 5'8", 5'9 and a half, like 72-inch reach. Volk's like 5'6", 71-inch reach.
Yeah,
I don't think there'd be a
Right, but-
major size discrepancy. I really don't.
But put size aside. Let's pretend size is not a factor here. Let's
Size
just
is
talk.
a factor.
No.
So skill,
shut up,
we're going
Moss.
off skill. Then Volk's got the skill.
Let's talk about who's more comfortable at
Dustin's-
Hold on. Who's more comfortable at 155 right now? It's easy to argue. Obviously, Dustin is more comfortable. And when there's a fighter moving into a division, and you're saying, "Oh, Volkanovski's been at 155 before," but when's the last time that that Volkanovski was at 155? Can you answer that?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like the 2 dudes he fought, like they're not Dustin. They're like, yeah, no offense, they're just not the caliber at that time. But I feel like I don't think the problem, like you're giving Volk 15 extra pounds of muscle. I don't think that's a problem. I think him.
You don't think that's gonna slow him down?
I don't. I think he's gonna keep that speed because this dude used to
know, what
rugby
player
200
you
pounds,
on?
just like Moss used to do.
Whew, I
in the
think
chat, in the stream.
that ganja took you to a whole other planet, man.
You know what though?
I'm biased as fuck with Volk. I think he's.
Oh, well,
he's
there
not
you go.
just potential featherweight go. He could.
Dustin versus Volk is a really fantastic fight. It really is. And I can't say guarantee Volk wins just because I'm thinking about it like Dustin's owned Max Holloway. Like he's owned him. Max was his bitch, right? And Dustin Poirier, you look at his resume, he's probably the better boxer. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. So he is pretty well-rounded. But Volk will make this thing a fucking war. Like this thing.
I'm glad you brought that one up too, because both those losses happened consecutively for Max. After he beat Edgar, he would go for the interim belt against Dustin, lose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're right, like he definitely like if you compare both the Volk fights and the Dustin fight with Max, he definitely did more damage on Max in that one fight than Volk did in the 2 fights. But I argue, like even in that fight and the damage that Max sustained, like Dustin clearly won the early rounds, but in the later rounds, Max was picking it up and making it really competitive. Volk's never really damaged Max to the point Dustin did, but it's just Volk makes Max play a different game. He's got to become a kickboxer now with Volk. He can't just do that pressure boxing shit he did with Ortega, Pettis. He can't just melt Aldo. He can't just melt them down with his cardio. Now he got to have to play a whole new game.
Mm-hmm. It's a fascinating fight. It really is. I don't think Volk beats everyone at 155, but I think he does a lot of damage. I really do. And at the right matchup at a title fight at 155, Volk could easily be a champion.
I don't know. I don't know.
Just Charles and Islam. Those are the only ones that like draw concern for me. But everybody else, I really like. His
now, what about Gaethje? You're saying he beats Gaethje too?
Oh, he beats the shit out of him, Jesse.
The Gaethje one
can you just let
definitely
him
gives me
talk?
more concern because I think he's more durable than Dustin in some ways, just with the hands solely.
Well, and
But,
Gaethje likes to go into
takedown
fights
defense.
head first. He doesn't care about getting hit. You know, he knows he's got
That-
that
yeah.
chin. He goes
Right.
in there, he gets hit so that he can throw shots. Like that's just what Gaethje does. So if anything, that might be a kryptonite for Volkanovski. You know, I can't think of any opponents at 145 for Volkanovski that have done the same thing.
For sure. And you can't really like play MMA math, but just for the record, like I look at all of Gaethje's lightweight wins. Besides the Ferguson one, I think Volkanovski beats Barboza, beats Cowboy, beats James Vick, beats all the dudes. Michael Johnson, I think he beats all those dudes.
Well, yeah, and if you're looking at the intelligence of the fighters, who's smart? Who's a smarter fighter, Volkanovski
Oh, come
or
on,
Gaethje?
man.
Right?
We all know that.
I mean, think about
Is he
it.
not the smartest dude on the roster?
Think about that, Jess.
Yeah,
You know?
I'm not putting like intelligence in
Not very smart, Jess.
because we've
The
seen.
Gaethje fight, yeah, that's kind of thrown out the window. But yeah.
We all
Yeah.
know Volk wins that one. All right.
Folks not winning.
All right, Tony Troll, anything else, man?
Just really wanted to say appreciate watching you guys. Great show. Great. I was there for the companion for 273. Hope you all have a great night. And thanks for having me on.
All right, thank you.
Thank
There's
you, Tony
Look,
Trill.
Tony came in hot, man. Tony fucking came. Tony came in prepared, like they said in the chat. I
He
saw that.
knew what he was going to talk
He's like,
about.
let's go. That's what I
He
like.
had points to make
That's what I
and
like.
people to prove wrong.
I see Ann jumped in. Okay, Ann, you patron over here, you win. Ann, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How you guys? I'm wonderful as usual.
Wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Talk to us about UFC 273.
272. That was late.
Did you just say 272?
273.
No, I said 273.
Oh, okay.
Tree.
I was about to light Ann on fire.
273.
Sorry, Ann. Sorry.
Oh, that was a great card. I loved it. It was fun. Yeah, I wasn't happy with Aljamain winning, but you know, whatever. It is what it is.
So you
Is
do
it because
think
he's
Jan
black,
won?
Ann? Be honest. Did you get flash? Oh, okay.
No. I really thought, like you guys, that Yan definitely won. But hey, whatever. It is what it is.
Okay.
He's a champ. You can't, take it away from him. So,
True.
like you said.
True.
Yep, we got to deal with it now.
Man, Burns and Khamzat. I was on my seat. I was.
You were stuck to your seat?
I was standing in my seat.
Oh.
I couldn't even sit. I was up and down. And I was like jumping around on the floor watching that fight. That was a great fight. I loved it.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
fun. Fight of the
That
year.
was great.
I
Yes, definitely put him to the test. Burns did, that's for sure. But he's very, very good, Cosmo. I hope he gets away from Till though.
You don't like the I mean, I've been catching some heat for my theory, but some other people are jumping on with it too. Listen, there's distractions in life. There's a lot of distractions. People are like, it's a true friendship. Leave them alone. Shut up. I mean, these are human beings, for God's sakes. When you get someone next to you, that's too distracted. This man's a trained killer, for God's sakes. We need him to go in there and smesh, not have a love connection.
That's right.
Jesus, what's going on?
Smash everyone. Yes, smash. Yeah, it's a different. It's just Till. Just to me, he doesn't take anything too serious. I mean, that's all fun and games and everything, but I don't know. He just, yeah. I hope he stays away from him, but who knows?
So what do you think next for Khamzat? Would you like to see the Colby fight?
Yeah, I would, and Colby would lose. Yes, he would. Yes. Granted, he's got good cardio.
Hold on, Ann. We got a super chat coming in.
It's a good time to start picking against the champs, for contenders and up-and-comers are coming for the gold strap.
There you go. There's a.
That-
What do you think about that?
Yep, they are.
We got
Yep,
something else for you,
never
Ann.
know.
This is,
Ah, super chat.
this is from Load 22. It's for you, Ann. Ready?
Subscriber goals, beaver cooch jokes, goalie goals, smiley face.
How do you think about that? What do you think? You like that?
I like that. That's funny.
Okay, sorry. Back to your thoughts, Ann. Sorry, we got a little sidetracked there.
I don't even remember where I was. I'm old. I got sidetracked.
Khamzat versus Colby.
Colby, yes. Definitely not Colby winning, no. Khamzat's just too good for him. I'm sorry. And he's got pillow hands like you guys know. I know he's knocked someone out before, but how long has it been?
It's been forever. I don't know. I can't remember what I had for breakfast, let alone last time he knocked someone out, you know?
Yeah. And Burns, like you said, number 2, I mean, he was a great test for him. I was getting worried, but, you know, it was a good test. I mean, he's number 2 ranked. I mean, look how good he did with them. I mean, he was just, I don't think Colby has a chance. Nope.
Okay, so you're going Khamzat for the win.
Well, yes, most definitely.
You might piss off some people, Ann. I hope you're ready.
Right. I don't care. I really don't care.
Okay, there you go.
Does the knitter care? No.
Because you're a knitter with an attitude, right?
That's right.
That's right.
I'm a knitter with the attitude.
Okay.
That's right. Just never piss me off. And you said you still like Volk, but you just said he doesn't grow on you, or what?
So I don't know what to think about him. I respect him as a fighter. I do. I truly respect him as a fighter. I'm like, whatever. Like, he was on Ariel today. I was like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to put myself through this. You know? And did you watch him on Ariel?
No.
See? You feel me? You feel me?
Yeah, but Ariel, I don't usually watch. I've only got so much time in the day, and you know,
I don't blame you.
Yeah, but anyway, I like him. Hey, what can I say? You know,
okay.
People don't like you, but I think he's good. You were saying something about him maybe moving up to 155.
Yeah, it'd be fun. I would like to see him move up.
Isn't he kind of small though? Short.
Well, I mean, I look at these guys like Henry Cejudo going up to bantamweight, snatching a belt. You know, I mean, I think he could do it. It's just got to be the right opponent. You know, and if I feel like if he used to walk around, people say 230 pounds. This guy walked around when he was playing rugby. You know, it's kind of wild for a guy that's fighting at 145. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, but I don't know. 155. It seemed like he would. I know he'd put on more weight and muscle and everything. It seemed like it would slow him down, and also him being smaller. But I don't know.
I think he'd be faster, but you know, the gas tank is always a thing. He's got a tremendous cardio at 145, so I don't think it's going to affect him too much. And I think he'll have a little more power. You know, faster, a little more power.
He didn't even look like he was tired against Zombie.
No.
Poor Zombie.
Could you imagine?
So sorry for I was hoping they were going to stop it or something, because I was looking at him going, oh my God.
Yeah, it was a rough watch. It was kind of like everything's after the Khamzat versus Burns fight. Like, how do you follow that? And then you have Aljo with a romantic hugging session, and then you follow it with a complete one-sided beating. It's like, oh man.
He didn't prove anything to me, as in like he said he was going to do. It was just like he just laid on him, and I don't think he did. Tried to hump him, and
yeah.
I don't
a
think
lot
he
of
did
man-on-man action. I mean, Volkanovski's got to be amazing in the sack, though. I mean, with this guy's cardio, could you imagine? This guy's got to be a champ. He might have better. He might be better in the sack than Colby. Who do you think is a better lay, Volkanovski or Colby Covington?
You Moss.
Me? Oh my God, Mike! You could be more wrong with that.
Had to choose Volk. I'm gonna say Volk, not Colby.
Volk? Okay, let me know. Yeah.
No.
Volk, he could just crawl around your body and just do all crazy, sexy things,
right.
You know?
That's right. Volk is, that would be exciting. Colby's just too boring, and he's just all talk and.
Yeah, a man that brags about his bedroom cardio usually is a terrible in the sack. You know?
I'm sure he probably is very bad in the sack.
Yeah.
I bet you anything.
It's like the guy that just runs around saying how many girls he banged. You know they're lying. They're just a liar. You know?
Yep, they're lying.
So,
make up for something.
Volk is just he's a silent bedroom slayer, you know? I feel it. That nose, imagine that nose rubbing against, like, oh my God, imagine that nose rubbing against my asshole when he's licking my ass, Jess. I mean, oh my God. All right, this is getting ridiculous now. Jess, Jess is back. Who do you think is better in the sack, Volkanovski or Colby Covington? Who's a better lay? Be honest. Let's see if Jesse gets his answer right. There's only one answer, but
I'm gonna say Volkanovski.
Volkanovski, yeah, you're right.
Oh, Jesse!
That's the right answer. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. And anything else, Ann?
The Torres fight, like I said, it's like women's fights. Doggone it. Get those wrong.
Yeah, they're tricky. They're tricky.
I actually got the Rocky one right, which I was surprised on, and you know, but I did okay. I got like 7 right out of 13, which is
nice.
You know,
very nice.
It's not as good as you guys did.
Yeah.
Jesse did good. Mike did good. Mike did real good too. I think that was his best. You got them all right, but one right. Yeah. Just like you said, it's hard to get the right. You have to get the right combos with the right, you know, perfects basically. Shh, dogs. Shh, shh, quiet, dogs. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Next time, punt them across the room. How dare they interrupt the show?
Yeah, Kira.
Imagine.
Lane,
don't do that. All right. I agree with West Coast, by the way. I think Torres won in the Mackenzie Dern fight. I actually agree with that one.
I thought so too, but you know,
dopey
I
judges.
don't know. I think you said judges are judges, and you never know.
Yeah. All right,
But
Ann.
yeah, the card was great. It was really good, and fights were good, and wasn't too disappointed. But of course, my favorite fight was like everybody else's.
Very nice.
One. Smash him, you win. Oh, smash him, you win. Smash.
All right, Ann. Listen, you get a little freaky on me now. Thank you. I appreciate the call, though. Okay.
You're not freaky on you guys. Sorry. I love you, Chris. Love
All
you,
right, we
Chrissy.
love you too, Ann.
Everybody had a great anniversary.
Thank you.
Anniversary.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, many, many more to you guys.
Appreciate that.
such
We
a
hope so.
sweetie.
Fingers crossed. All right. Ann, have a great night.
You too.
Okay, there's Ann. There's Ann.
Ann is so sweet.
Such a nice lady. All right, who should we take here? Dr. C, Saman, Johnny Walker. Who do you want? Who do you want? Keep calling, guys. We'll take everybody. We're going to take everyone.
Let's go.
We're Drunk Savage
Let's
jumping
go
in.
drunk.
Drunk?
I could use some drunk savage in my life right now.
Well, you guys keep... All right, Drunk Savage, how you doing?
Yo.
All right,
What's
man.
up,
What's
Drunk?
going on? What's on your mind?
First off, the face Jesse was making there, that caller after Pulse, when he was talking about Gagey and Bulk, that's the face you could use for the next emoji.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the face I make when people are talking. I feel like people are talking up their ass, you know?
Yeah, there you go. That'd be perfect.
Uh-oh.
Alright, so, God damn it. Aljo's still a fucking champion. I mean, honestly, I thought Yan did enough for 3 rounds, but I was pretty intoxicated by that point, so whatever. Just fuck. I guess the judges on maybe they wouldn't have fucking.
I think Drunk Savage is in his underground bunker right now.
Yeah, the phone is cutting out. You might have to call back.
Ah, God damn it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Oh, nope.
And you're out.
It's like,
Yeah, you might have to, I don't know. That Obama phone might be running out of minutes.
it's like a robot is interfering with.
All right, Drunk. Yeah, try to call back in, all right? Okay. It's Drunk Savage. All right, who you want? Saman, Johnny Walker, Dr. C. Who's Dr. C?
Dr. C. Let's talk to Dr. C.
All right, we'll get to the other ones. We'll get to everybody here. Dr. C, welcome to the MMA-Holes. What's on your mind, man?
Hey, how's it going? This is Dr. C.
Oh, Manny C. Oh, okay. I was like, what the?
If I knew it was you,
shit,
I would
we
have
wouldn't
just
have picked this one. No. All right, what's going on, Manny?
Not much. I honestly wanted to see what I sounded like on the Discord.
Yeah, you're
Since
coming in
everyone
like in
seems
stereo. Like it's weird.
You sound more like your
really?
balls are tucked into your body on the Discord than you do on a regular phone.
I'm actually doing that. What a coincidence. Anyway. Hey, so I had a question, a very random question. I was thinking about this.
Yeah.
Is there a UFC fighter that you think, like, let's say, you know how Sonnen beat up those people? Like at
Oh, Sonnen beat up people. Yeah, in the hallway, that thing.
Yeah, in the hallway.
Okay.
What happens, let's say, if I'm not talking about Brock Lesnar, but let's say like Mighty Mouse attacked you, Moss or Jesse? Do you think you guys could take him out?
Manny, did you inhale helium before this call?
No, Manny C always sounds like this. What are you talking about?
This is a bizarre version of Manny C.
No, when he talks, he's got a very signature voice. Leave him alone. Let's answer. This is actually a pretty good
Discord's
question.
really amplifying it, Manny.
Well, listen. You're making. He was born with this voice. Manny, could you believe this?
It's horrible. I can't believe the abuse I take, and I still watch the show.
You sound like a
I can't believe
SpongeBob
I'm
character. Anyway, so he's saying if Mighty Mouse caught us in the hallway, me and you versus Mighty. I have Jesse. Me and Jesse get to work together, correct?
One-on-one. No, one-on-one.
Oh.
You just went outside the room. And there was a hostile exchange.
Okay.
And you gotta strike it out with Mighty Mouse.
Can I get a weapon?
No, it's
I
a
don't
straight
understand what
fight.
the context of the question is.
Well, would you beat Mighty Mouse in a fight? I
fuck
think that's what
yes.
he's asking.
Mighty Mouse is 125 pounds. Well, this is because
He would beat the living shit out of me.
I can beat Mighty Mouse,
Manny,
for
he
sure.
would literally drag me around. I mean, what kind of question is this?
Where is he? Where's Mighty Mouse? Get him here
But if I
right
had Jesse-
now. I will kick the shit out of Mighty Mouse.
If I had Jesse next to me and we could tag team him, we might have somewhat of a chance.
I don't need you, Mouse.
Probably wouldn't. We'd probably still lose.
I'll win.
You would beat Mighty Mouse in a fight?
Fuck yeah, just jitsu, bitch.
Okay. All right. Anything else, Dr. C?
No, I was. No, that was pretty much it. But you know, the whole Khamzat, I think he did phenomenal. I mean, he faced the number 2 guy. I think people kind of got disappointed because they thought that he was going to run right through him. But man, he's the real deal.
Yeah, I mean, come on, right? Khamzat Chimaev is legit. This guy's the truth.
Dude, look at how Burns did against Usman. And I mean, Burns, I think, is better now than when he fought Usman. He landed that right hand that would have taken out everyone in the division, including Usman. If Usman would have took that shot that Khamzat took, he would have been on face first, face planted.
Yeah, it's the truth. There's a reason why people avoid those fists. There's a reason why people avoid him on the ground. The guy's dangerous, no doubt.
Without a doubt. I thought Khamzat should have probably wrestled more, but then again, Burns has that really great jiu-jitsu. But in the start, I think he was doing just fine, just taking him straight to the ground and just beating him up. I think he should have done more of that than strike with Burns.
Well, that's the problem. I mean, Gilbert is dangerous, right, on the ground. The guy. There's a reason why Usman wanted to keep on standing it up. He didn't want to jump on the ground with him, and Usman's a great wrestler. So, I mean, you know, there's somewhat respect there, but yeah, Khamzat's chin showed. That's the thing that's crazy, man. Like you said, the shots that this man took in that fight and kept coming forward and still found a way to win that thing. I mean, not many people would be standing after getting hit by that.
Nope. I say, I think he's ready. The Colby fight's going to be exciting. He should beat Colby. It's going to be close, but he should beat him. And I think he can beat Usman. I really do still think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very controversial there.
You're nuts.
Okay. Jesse disagrees. I agree 100%. He beats everybody. Anybody.
All right. Even Mighty Mouse.
He beats Mighty Mouse.
In the hallway. Intoxicated Mighty Mouse.
It's true. A drunk Mighty. Oh, wait, Mighty Mouse is drunk? Hold on a second.
Oh, then Moss stands a chance.
No, I still lose. All right. Thank you, Manny.
All right. Take care.
I mean, he's so right.
Ticker.
Khamzat beats everybody.
Who's on the list?
Anybody. He beats anybody.
Who's on the list?
All right, let's give it to hold on a second. All right, he's relentless.
Damn it.
We'll get this out of the way. Mr. Johnny Walker, welcome back to the show.
What's up? Let's get right down to it. The Khamzat Chimaev. I heard this from the alien from MMA fighting, Sean Shalalali.
Yeah. Okay.
He said, "How could it be exposed? He fought the number 2 guy in the world." Yeah, well, this is a dude people are saying he's gonna run through, not only run through Gilbert, but he's gonna run through Usman. He's gonna run through IZZY and run through Colby. His first legit fight, he goes out there, gets dropped, nearly finished, getting pieced up the entire fight. Back and forth war. You know, people were saying about he's only got hit in 1 time, this many times. Well, this fight he's got hit 119 times. So that's what happens when you fight legit competition instead of fighting these dudes no one knows about. And like, who's to say if he goes there against someone like Shafat Rakhimov? These young killers that he just he just voided. Like they just completely skipped the line. Doesn't have to earn his stripes, go through these killers. Someone like Michel Pereira, a giant Brazilian athletic specimen. Like,
wait, hold on a second. Hold on. So Khamzat beats Pereira.
He might, but I'm saying these are legit dangerous tests that he just
Shavkat's
skipped.
scary. Shavkat is scary. But here's the thing. Why throw those guys together? You have Khamzat work his way up. Shavkat works his way up. These guys could potentially fight each other down the road. Why blow your load early?
Yeah, but it seems like Shavkat's the one that has to work his way up.
Yeah, let him work his way up. It's okay.
Khamzat is the one who's just skipping the line. Like, you might as well just throw him in the title fight next.
Because he speaks a little English. You know, he speaks a little English. He's got the gift of the I smash anybody. You know, he's got the gimmick. He's got the shtick.
Yeah, but did you get my point? He skipped the line. Like, he didn't have to fight these Sean Brady's of the world. Like, legit test.
But he skipped the line.
Vincent Luque.
Hold on a second. He skipped a line to fight number 2, right? So, like, his 5th fight in the UFC, he fought the number 2 ranked guy. So, I mean, if you think about that, no matter how he wins the fight, he was in a war and he won it. He won the war. How do you discredit that?
Do you know how many fighters would love to go skip the line, skip fighting the 7?
It doesn't matter. They didn't do it. He did it.
5. They would love to skip those guys and just fight the 2 1-ranked fighters.
But here's the thing.
All
He
those
did
guys
it,
are
though.
killers.
But
1 through 10, 1 through 15 are all killers.
Okay.
They could beat each other at any given night.
Your job as a fighter, right, is not only to win, but you got to kind of market yourself a little bit, right? Khamzat did it. He marketed himself. He also took fights, whatever they threw at him. He'll take a fight a week after. He didn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? He got in the boss's good side. He won these fights. He was smashing people convincingly. And yes, those are people he probably should have smashed. But regardless, he did what he had to do. I mean, you can't shit on the guy for
I'm
that.
not talking about the hype. I'm talking about the promotion. I'm talking about the fighting. I'm talking about the skills. I'm talking about the merit.
All right, you want to talk about the skills? Tell me about
Kevin,
Petr.
are you-
Hold on. Tell me about Petr Yan. You're very high on that guy. Give me a little bit of that.
We'll talk about that. Okay. Aljamain Sterling, this is what he does. The first round, he's running away. He waits for Petr Yan to come forward, make a fight out of it, push the pressure, and he dives in, gets a takedown. What does he do? He gets the most dominant position in all of MMA, the body triangle. Because that is the most dominant position. Some people say, oh, it's the mount. Oh, no, it's the Dagestani handcuff. No, the body triangle is the most dominant position, the hardest position to get out of. And what does he do when he gets that position? He clings onto him, and he's smiling.
Well, he liked it.
He's just clinging to him, smiling, not trying to finish the fight, and he's smiling.
Yeah.
And people are saying, "Oh, great performance! What a fight!" Blah blah blah. Are you serious? This dude didn't even attempt to win the fight. He's just clinging to him.
Yeah, it is annoying.
And what does he do in the 4th and 5th round? The 4th round, he goes back to flopping and getting on his knees and getting in the fetal position, fighting like a bitch as usual. Doing his little games where, oh, you can't knee me, I'm on the ground. It's just the way he fights is so cowardly, and it's a damn shame. But Petr Yan should have known better. I mean, dude's a Russian. He's a Russian. They wouldn't even let his coaches come out here, give him visas, and he's expecting they're going to give him a decision. Should have known better with all the shit going on.
What'd you think about the crowd booing Aljo, the American, and cheering on the Russian? What'd you think about that?
They see the way he fought. I mean, they see the way he fought. Aljo clinging onto him, nullifying the action, doing the bare minimum. And Petr Yan's trying to push the pace, make a fight, make it exciting. I mean, they see what's going on. That's the only thing they care about, obviously. But it was just what a shit show. I can't believe that.
Who do you think won the fight, though?
Won my worst nightmare.
I understand. I understand what you're saying there, and I don't necessarily disagree. Right? You might be a little hard in the paint with it, but I don't necessarily disagree. So, who do you think won, though? With everything said and done, who do you think actually won the fight?
Petr Yan was the one pushing forward. The first round, he won the first round, and I gave him the 4th and 5th, 1, 4, and 5.
All right, we agree.
Kevin, are you in a convenience store?
No.
Are you sure?
Yep. Let's talk about this main event, though.
I heard the
Volk.
doo-doo when the door opens.
If you're in a bodega, are you calling from a bodega, Kevin?
Volkanovski.
Yeah.
I've been telling this dude's pound for pound best fighter in the world. If not number 1, top 2, between him and Usman. And and his resume is way better than Usman's. Like, you look at guys like Max Holloway, Jose Aldo, Chad Mendes. Those are all way better fighters than Usman fought. And you look at his size. The dude's small. He's not a big guy. He's like 5'5", 5'6". He's fighting these dudes who are 5'10". Max Holloway.
Yeah.
And I've been saying it. This dude is one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. And they don't want to give him his respect. They always, oh no, Holloway won, this and that. Regardless, Max Holloway is a legendary talent. And the fights he had with them proved that he is legit as he comes. So, let's say it again. Volkanovski is one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world. What's your thoughts?
I listen. He's there. I don't think I still give it to Usman right now. This fight over here was tailor-made for him to win. But right now, if you look at the talent in 145, Volk's the king. There's no doubt about it. He is at 145. I mean, listen, I don't agree with him beating. Well, what about that second fight with Max, though? Did you think Volk beat Max in the second?
I think there was that one fight. He got dropped early. The first 2 rounds he got dropped.
Yeah.
And then he won the 3, 4, and 5. Then he won 3, 4, and 5.
Was it like leg kicks or some shit? I can't remember, but I remember pretty vividly that I thought Max really won that fight. I thought they got that one wrong. But regardless of the fact, it went to the judges. Volk gets the win, and he defeated Max twice. So I mean, yeah, he's up there. But I'm sorry, I still got to go Kamaru. Kamaru, I don't know. He's blacker. You know, he's too black. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. How about this, though? I got to get back to Khamzat real quick.
Yeah.
This dude, they're saying he's going to smash Usman. He's going to smash Covington. Do you really think he's going to go in there and smash these guys after that performance?
I think he's going to win against Covington. A complete smash first round. You know, now you question. But I think he beats him. Who do you think wins that fight?
I don't know. He didn't look good. His striking, really bad. Just sloppy. Throwing these sloppy hooks. And, I mean, dude just got pieced up. Just getting bombed on. Just getting lit up. Walking into punches. Dropped. Like, the dude, he just looked really bad. He just got through it with pure heart. Just coming forward. He was the bigger guy. And his wrestling, non-factor. He was scared to go to the ground from the jiu-jitsu standpoint. It was just, that's what I'm saying. Did he get exposed? He got exposed in the sense that they're really hyping this dude up to be, I don't know, superhuman. His first legit test, he goes out there and looks like that.
Do you think Colby beats Burns? After watching this fight, though, do you think Colby Covington beats Burns?
I think Colby's capable of beating anybody in the world. Look at his fights with Usman. Arguably won.
Yeah, but
Arguably
you
won
have
that
to
last
admit,
fight.
you have to admit though, after watching this fight, you have to say, wow, Gilbert Burns is a pretty live dog if he's an underdog in that fight.
Well, I mean, Khamzat, he's unproven. He's still unproven to me. That's his first legit test, and he's got to get a couple more wins against legit contenders. So I can't rank that win as some like
I don't know. I honestly,
crazy win.
It's the number 2 ranked welterweight. You could angle it however you want. It's still the number 2 guy. It is, and Gilbert's no slouch. Gilbert hurt Usman. You know what I'm saying? Like he actually hurt Usman.
Look at what Usman did to Gilbert. He dropped him with a jab and finished him. Yeah, he got clipped early in the first 30 seconds, but after that, he just got completely dominated. He got
what
destroyed.
does Khamzat have to do for you? He's got to fucking blow Jesus? Like, what does he got to do for you?
I would like to see him go through the top 10 and earn his way and fight these young contenders.
This is not,
that's what he should be doing.
Then you're watching the wrong sport. You're watching the wrong sport, man. Like, this is a sport where if you have the it factor, you're going to skip the line. It's been like this for years now.
Yep. What are you going to do? That's the way.
Right.
That's the world we live in, right?
Just deal with it, Kevin. All right. Enough of that guy. I mean, what are we doing with him? Bunch of nonsense. Fucking nonsense. Although I did agree with him on a couple of things. I hate to admit it. But at the same time, even though I thought Yan won the fight, I'm cool with Aljo getting it. It's a close decision. What are you going to do? He's the champ. Move on. Like, who gives a fuck? And why are we shitting on Khamzat Chimaev? The guy just beat the number 2 guy. 5th fight in his UFC career. Crazy. It's crazy. Ah, yeah, it didn't impress me. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry it wasn't up to your expectations. It was like fucking fight of the year. Ah, not impressive. Crazy. All right, jump in our Discord if you like to call. I think we lost Saman. Saman's out. So if anyone wants to jump in, drop us a line on the Discord. We have a link in our description down below. And we also have it on our website, the MMA-Holes.com. Oh, you see him now. Here we go. Hey, Saman. Thanks for hanging in there, Saman. How you doing, buddy? Saman, you hear us?
Hello?
How's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I want to talk about I hear you guys that you talk about moving up slightly. Can you just calm down for a second? He's
all right, Saman. You're kind of in. Yeah, you're a little in and out.
Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2 check in.
Yeah, it's like fading. It's like we'll hear you and then you just kind of fade off into the distance.
What the fuck is happening? Like I called you last time for good, but now
I don't know, man.
Fucked up, bro.
It's these Iran Wi-Fi's. We've got to do something about this, man. You got Verizon over there?
It's big right now. Hello, 1 2 1.
Yeah, it's really glitchy. You near a router or something? Can we get to a Wi-Fi router or something?
I don't have Wi-Fi. Just fuck it. Just can I just say one thing? Just give me 30 seconds.
Okay, try to squeeze it in here.
Thank you guys for letting me talk. For anyone listening, I uploaded highlights from fights. It's on my channel. And check them out. And keep doing what you're doing. Love you guys. See you at the top. And
all right, Saman. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't even know what the hell you're saying anymore. But good luck. What's your channel? What's your YouTube channel?
yes. I'll send you a message on the chat, and it's just
put it on
the yeah. I'll put it on the chat.
Put on the Discord chat. Thank you, Saman. Gonna make me pull my hair out. But I like Saman. He calls from Iran. Saman from Iran. Like that. We just have bad internet. Bad connection. All right, who in the Discord wants to chat with us? Let us know. Who wants to chat in the cord? Let us know. Or we'll just move on. What is this? Be crazy if they believe Chimaev got dropped at the end of the second by Burns. Head to his chin. Head to his chin. What is this? We're sent to like a blurry picture. I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, here we go. Be crazy if I say that I believe Chimaev got dropped at the end of the second by Burns head to chin. Tropic Tom, how's it going?
Yo, what's up, man?
Not much, man. What's going on in your life?
I'm taking a shit right now.
Oh,
so
nice.
anyways, I ain't got much jokes today. I actually got to write a paper real quick, but I wanted to drop a turd in the chat and then let people discuss, and I'll go check it out later.
Okay.
But I heard, I can't remember the guy's name. It was like Tim or something like that called in. The guy was really knowledgeable.
Oh, yes.
It was maybe
Something
4
like
calls ago.
Okay.
Something like that. But the guy was really, really sharp, right? Now, I'm an admitted casual. But one of the things that I always see go back and forth is the hardcore guys shitting all over the casuals or whatever, right? But I think a lot of UFC's business is driven by casual pay-per-views.
Yes.
To be honest, I think a lot of the money comes in that way. Hell, I mean, I do money to this show. I'm a casual, but so part of it is I like the sport. I'm not hardcore. I ain't got time for that. But I know there's always a back and forth between the hardcores and the casuals. So I just wanted to drop that turd in the chat and let you guys hash that out. Hear the hardcore guys poo-pooing on the casual guys and vice versa. But it takes all of us to make the sport financially a success, make the show a success. And everybody's got their own thing that they bring to the table. So
yeah, I mean,
like I said,
this place has been a mess of people of all like hardcores and casuals. That's what it's about, man. And the casuals make it interesting because they have the hottest takes. You know, like they have the takes where you're like, wait, what did that person just say? And then everyone starts arguing. So casuals help tremendously in conversation and debates.
Absolutely. Anyways, like I said, I got to go write a paper that's due in about an hour.
Okay.
Just wanted to call in since it looked like nobody was trying to call in and drop that turd in the chat and let people go after it.
All right. Thank you,
man.
Tropic Tom. Tropic Tom calling in. Look at that. Beautiful. Tropical Tom. Very nice. I like. I want to go into the pay-per-view. We were showing this before of, you know, the illegal strikes by Burns, a soccer kick, and it was just hilarious, man. But if you're in a firefight with Khamzat Chimaev, you got to do whatever the hell you can to stay alive. We dropped... Where is it? This is kind of interesting. So we've been on the hunt for... Let me zoom into this. We've been on the hunt. We put this on our Twitter, at the MMA-Holes. Go give us a follow. Hey, shout out to Will Harris. Look at him. Made a nice little comment over there. We've been on the hunt for the pay-per-view numbers of Covington Masvidal, UFC 272, the previous event. Nothing has come about. And then we were doing a little digging, looking for the other events, UFC 271, which was Adesanya versus Whitaker, and UFC 270, Ngannou versus Gane. UFC 270 is a card where Ngannou is searching and hunting for a contract. And keep on calling the show. We'll pick up if you guys call in through the Discord. But yeah, so Ngannou is looking for a contract in that thing. It was that whole lead up. Ngannou gets the win, and then Adesanya just signed a big contract with the UFC against Whitaker, and Masvidal just signed a big contract with the UFC. All three events, there are no pay-per-view buy numbers. No pay-per-view buys. Now, the last one we found was UFC 269, Oliveira versus Poirier, reportedly $500K, a little over $500K. Now, $500K seems like a lot, right? But if you think about it, like superstar numbers, it's okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's, you know, it's not. I don't know. You look at the boxing ones, and you know it's a little bit more. But you look at the Conors and the Habibs, and they like skyrocket. But yeah, $500K for the last one we found here. And I'm curious, like, are they all tanking? Like, what's going on here? Like, are the numbers diving down because of pirating? You know, a lot of reaction streams. Now, this reaction streams are a dime a dozen. Like, we started a fucking obnoxious trend of everyone's doing reaction streams now. I'm curious what's going on here. The gates, they're doing well. They're charging top dollar at the gates. But what's happened with the pay-per-view buys? Now, the UFC's talking about, and this is kind of interesting. Dana White brought it up at the last press conference. He's talking about ABC. He says, how great would it be if Khamzat Chimaev headlined a card against Colby Covington on ABC? And went back to this whole pay-per-view thing, and I'm like, holy shit, we might see it. And Mike Jones says no pay-per-view has been worth $75. Yeah, we're paying for every fucking pay-per-view, and it's like, you know, tax and everything, it's like $80. ABC. So we might be finally seeing the time where these networks, they might get picked up by an ABC or back to Fox or whatever, and maybe the pay-per-view motto might be crumbling. Maybe it will be on main TV where the advertisers are paying top dollar for people to watch these fights. Because if you think about it, if it's free, people aren't going to be pirating these things. You could watch it for free in HD on your TVs, and then the advertisements are getting the eyes. So all those eyes that are going away to pirating streams, maybe they're figuring out, well, hey, these people want to watch these fights. Let's get them back on the saddle and go to an actual service that you can get on with rabbit ears. So it's kind of interesting if you think about it. You know, with them not releasing these paper, I think they're tanking. I truly think that these paper numbers are trash. Now, of course, Conor McGregor comes back. It's going to be through the roof. If Habib comes out of retirement, or if Khamzat keeps on going on his trajectory, and, you know, or Paddy the Baddy or whatever these guys, if there's another superstar that rises up, these numbers will be up. But what good is it if it's like one or two a year? Bruce says, I haven't bought a pay-per-view in a year. They raised the price, and you can find it online. Yeah, some people are getting it online, better streams. So it's something to think about. Maybe the people doing these pirating streams are actually making a difference. And maybe the pay-per-view model will crumble. Let me know in the chat what you think about that. Let's see what we got here.
Moss, did you mention that there's a trader?
There is a traitor, yes.
There's a traitor in the chat.
There is a traitor that we found out. Screenshots. I'm not going to say the name. A little upset.
We see everything.
A little upset about our members only broadcast, and there's a Judas in the chat, but I'm not going to bring it up. I'm not going to say anything over here.
Traitors.
But we do have 60,000 subscribers, so there are eyes everywhere. All right, let's see. Let's see. I saw Drunk try to get in. Let's see if we get Drunk back on.
Drunk Savage.
Let's see. Let's see. If you are trying to call, keep calling back in, and we'll try to pick you up before the show's over. All right, Drunk, how's this working? Drunk, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, that sounds better. I think we got you.
All right, good. All right, where the fuck was I? Oh, yeah, fucking Aljo and Jan. You think Jan not having his fucking corner hurt him at all?
Yeah, I do think that might have made a little difference. Yeah. I do.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, you know. No guy, you're a fucking guy, you know, who knows you, knows what you're capable of, tell you what the fuck to do and shit. That might have fucking hurt his game plan and shit. I mean, who did he even get? Just some fucking random people?
I have no idea. I have no clue who was in his corner. But I hope they spoke Russian, because it's not like he knows English, you know? So yeah, Petr Yan, I mean, listen, and if you think about it, he still won, you know, the 4 and 5. Some people like myself think he won round 1. So who knows? Maybe that slight difference of having his corner in there after the second round, he could have changed something up going into that third and got some good advice. You never know.
Yeah, true. But yeah, shout out to Rango. I mean, you got one of the GOAT fucking coaches. I mean, Coach Matt Serra to beat GSP, Coach Weidman to beat fucking Anderson Silva, and now Coach Aljo to beat someone who already fucking asked once.
Ray Longo is someone we really like. Just a super nice guy and a great coach. Yeah, he really is. Fantastic striking coach. It's kind of wild. Aljamain Sterling had Ray Longo, he had Al Quinta, and he had Dennis Bazookia, who's not even in the UFC, but Dennis is a prospect that will probably, he'll be on the Contender Series soon. I forgot what nationality he is. He was supposed to be on the show, but he had he was scheduled to come on, and then all of a sudden he's like, I forgot I'm going to dinner. Like the day of the show, he's like, I'm going to dinner with my family. I was like, all right, I can't with this guy. But yeah, Aljamain had Raging Al, no Matt Serra. Again, it's kind of weird. Like, remember that whole thing where Matt Serra was kind of insulted that Aljo didn't want him in the corner, and then they kind of squashed it, and then Matt Serra's not in the corner. I wonder what that's about.
No, Longo was on Ariel today. He said Sarah had a family thing to deal with.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Or maybe he was like, yeah, bro, you didn't invite me the first time. I'm not doing this one. Who knows? Who knows? But okay. Well, there you go. Now you have an answer. I didn't watch Ariel, so. How was Ray on it? Was his hair looking tremendous?
Oh, yeah. Looking like a G.
Looking like a G. Yeah, he's a good guy. We got to get him back on.
They were talking about retirement for him.
What's that?
They were talking about retirement for Longo. Like, how long can I keep doing this? He's like, oh, shit, my hip wants me to quit right now.
I don't see him retiring anytime soon. He just loves the sport way too much. But yeah, when we did his podcast, we walk into Law MMA, we run to Ally Quinta, and then we go upstairs, and Ray Longo is on the massage table, and they're just trying to work out every knot and move discs around in his back. Like he's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, I'll bet. Hey, when he retires, some of them move to Arizona and be the third man in the MMA-Holes.
I would love to do a show with him. That's great, man. Like, yeah, I would love to. He's awesome. No shortage of conversation with that guy.
Can I just point something out?
Right.
Ellie just laughed in her sleep. Did you see that? She just laughed.
Did you tell him about the father touch though? You should tell him about that. How I went in there.
Get this!
This
motherfucker. All right, I'm sorry, Moss. I love you so much.
I am a motherfucker. I bang
but
you.
Listen. So I am up all fucking night with Ellie. Every time she wakes up, I'm with her all day. I'm constantly with Ellie, right? And I love it. But you would think that as Ellie's primary caretaker and as the one who shows her the most love and affection,
that's not true.
That Ellie would feel comfortable and calm. When she's crying at night, she gets like these bad dreams or whatever's going on. Or she's teething. And she starts crying at night. And I always get up with her and, I soothe her. I put her back in her crib and, everything's fine. But one night, what was it, 2 nights ago?
I was pissed. I'm like, I'm trying to go to sleep here, kid.
It was like 2 nights ago. Chris and I had stayed up super late. I can't remember what the fuck. I think we were working or something. We stayed up really late. So we were just ready to go to bed. We were shot. And then, so we get to bed. Ellie starts crying. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. The poor thing's crying. She's terrified. I go in there to do my mom duties, pick her up, calm her and stuff. She would not calm down. And I put her back in her crib. And then she starts screaming again. So I pick her up, try to calm her, put her back in her crib. 3 times I did this. And Ellie was just not having it. Chris, who never, ever, ever, ever walks in at night for the baby, decides he's going to walk in there and be the savior of the day, picks up Ellie, and she stops crying instantly. All he had to do was pick her up. And then he holds her, and she fucking melts in his arm and falls asleep. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me, man?
Well, I grabbed her by the neck.
Are you fucking kidding me? So I'm like, all right. So I hand him the pacifier. I go back to bed.
I didn't even need the pacifier, drunk. I didn't even need it.
He didn't need it.
I was like,
and I'm watching on the
this?
baby monitor, and Moss is just swaying back and forth. Baby.
She melted in my arms.
Just like,
I patted her back, and I whispered in her ear, I'm like, if you fucking scream one more time, Daddy's trying to sleep.
And I'm like, come on, man. And he comes back to bed. And I'm like, I gotta be honest, that kind of broke my heart a little bit. Because I'm the one who comforts, I'm the one who's there for her every time. One time, Chris decided to go in there, and she felt safer with Dad this time.
I'm a hero.
And that kind of broke my heart. I'm not gonna lie, because I put a lot of fucking
Drunk,
time
I have no idea how she does
baby.
it. I don't know how she does it every night.
All the time.
I know. So wouldn't you think that she would feel more comfortable with me since I'm with her so much? No. Dad walks in there, and then nope. Let's just fucking fall asleep in 2 seconds.
You're old news, Jess.
Huh?
Come on, she deals with you. You're old news. She deals with you all the fucking time. Daddy comes in like, this is the treat.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is.
I come in like a hero. I swoop in. I'm like the main event, Jesse.
He just fucking walks in there,
Jesse was
picks her up, and she's just like.
Jesse was my opening act, and I came in there and I just fucking killed it.
She's like, "Fuck you, Mom."
Just melted in my arms.
Go back to bed. I don't need you.
It's the best.
Yeah, Mom used the chrome technique. You just whisper in the ear, "Hey, shut up."
I didn't know how to get her in the crib though. She was on my shoulder, like collapsing in my arms.
I was watching from the monitor. He's like swaying, and then
I dropped her down like Superman. Like they were like, what was the Superman when he was like? No, like Spider-Man when he was on the crowd. And
here's the
like,
best
I dropped
part.
her down into the crib.
Here's the best part. When he puts her in the crib, she's not asleep. Like she opens her eyes. She's just staring straight up. Not a fucking peep. Not a cry, not a whimper.
She was staring. Drunk.
She just stared.
It was
and then
kind of
Moss
creepy.
was like petting her hair, and she was fine.
She was staring at me like it was really creepy. It was like like when someone dies and their eyes stay open. It was like that. I was like, oh my god, did she just die? Like I'm holding the baby and I'm like, I think she's dead because she wasn't moving.
She just stared.
She was staring right at me. So I shut her eyes like she was dying and I slid her into.
No, and then after he's done petting her hair for a few minutes, he walks out.
Okay.
And she just lays there and fucking falls asleep.
Yeah, she was stunned. She was she was confused. She was just staring at me like, what? This guy's like, is this Jesus?
This is Jesus.
All right, sorry, drunk. We got on a whole rant.
Jesse, you're not seeing the bigger picture here.
What's
Moss is on bedtime duty from now on.
I know. No. Well, that night, I gotta be honest, it crossed my mind.
I can't headline every night.
I was like, you know what? Not for nothing. I'm kind of enjoying this a little bit. But whatever. I'm back to baby duty.
You go take a hot fucking shower, be like, Moss, you deal with this shit.
Drunk, I don't know. Our call's breaking up, man. I don't know what's happening.
Moss doesn't want to hear it.
I think you got to get your phone screwing up. What'd you say?
Well, back to fucking, all right, Khamzat.
Oh, yeah.
I was gotta say, now, put him against Usman like next month, he's getting fucking killed. Just like fucking Darren Till did with Woodley. Well, maybe not as bad, but still, same in Park. He needs like some more fucking fights with elite guys before he's ready to fucking fight Usman. I know a lot of people are saying, oh, well, if he skips over, well, that would be a bad mistake on UFC's part.
Okay, I got some of what you said. So you did start chopping up there. So yes, if they threw him right to Usman now, you're saying it would be a bad move, right?
Yeah, if he gets clipped with some of those shots he took from Burns, from Usman, he's going fucking night-night. I'm sorry. Usman's a way fucking better fighter. He's going to fucking put him up against the fucking fence and fucking have his way with him right now. He
kinda-
needs more time.
This is the first time I ever heard you say something pro Usman. This is kind of crazy, man. What's going on here?
No, I gave him props against the Colby fight. Come on.
What are you drinking tonight, drunk? What's going on?
Vodka.
Oh, okay. All right. What kind of just straight up vodka?
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. I like that. Puts a little hair on the chest. Okay, I hear it in the voice a little bit. So you're saying Usman would just dismantle him, right? Right now, at this moment.
At this moment, yes.
Okay.
I think he's ready. It's a great fight. It's never gonna be Usman. Just don't fucking push too far, right now. Just let him have some fucking fights against some low ranked guys. Let him get the experience. This fight was good for him. He got the fucking experience. He got his fucking time in. He needs more time.
Okay. So what about this though? So they're saying Colby Covington. You think that's too fast?
Honestly, I would rather him fight like Wonder Boy next.
Wonder Boy. Okay. Well, yeah. So he would kind of be going backwards, right? So interesting. I mean, I say still go up. Like you accomplished. You went through a war like that with Burns, and to take a step backwards and risk it. I mean, it's risky fighting Covington, but at least you're not, going backwards. I think you should be rewarded after a war like that with Burns. I think you've earned your stripes. I mean, I know it's a little early.
That decision could have gone either way. I would have been fine with it. They would give it to Burns. I would have been fine with it. They gave it to him. I'm fine with it.
Okay, but who did you actually think won? Like, I understand you're saying it's a close fight. And at times it was. I mean, Burns definitely held his own. There's no doubt about it. Overall, landed more strikes.
I thought Burns was winning the fucking fight, but I'm not hating on Khamzat fucking winning. I thought, it's like either way, I'm fine with it.
Okay, but who do you think won? Like, at the end of the day, like, if you were a judge, who would you have scored it for?
Fuck. I mean, honestly, I think Khamzat kind of had the championship fucking not mentality with him looking for. He came in basically like a champ already. They were looking at him as the winner already. He already had walked in there with a point towards him. But I think Burns, if he would have gotten the dub, he did enough.
Okay.
They could have given it to him.
All right, so we're not really getting an answer here. We're going both ways here. You flip-flopping on me, all right? All right, so, okay, I see. So you got the Kevin from Chicago approach going on here where you think that it's a little too fast here, right? You need a little foreplay before you get to the sex.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because they're going to do it. They would tell and he'd get fucking beat. His ass fucking beat. And he's going to lose confidence in himself and he's going to fucking go down the range.
Can you say Sally sells seashells by the seashore?
No, I fucking cannot. And you know that.
You have another one, Jess, for him? Peter Piper picked a pepper?
Peck of pickled peppers.
Peter
Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers.
Can you say that one?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Just making sure. All right, anything else, drunk?
Yeah, fuck. Oh yeah, Ian Gary. I'm not impressed by this at all. I'm sorry.
Same. I'm with you, man. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, we need more. For sure. But he's still young and
that fucking Rockman killed this fucking kid. Get him out of the way. I'm sick of him.
You want to feed him to Rachmanov? Actually, I'm kind of with that. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, I would love to see. Oh my god, that would be. Well, Rachmanov is ranked though. Yeah, I think
he's like 15.
Yeah, that's just slaughter right there. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it, but they're gonna slow burn Gary. I feel like what they're gonna do with Gary is they're gonna Sean O'Malley him. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna just keep on feeding him guys he could beat. Let him build that little, mystique. They're not gonna Khamzat this guy.
Yeah, that's why they should have fucking done Khamzat.
No, man, Khamzat's a smash machine, man. We want everything right now.
I know you're trying to fucking throw this out there because you went so hard on it. Like, this is the fucking guy. He's gonna fucking smash everybody.
He is. He already did.
And he
number
did
2.
fucking smash Burns. Now did he?
Did smashed him. He smashed him. He didn't smash him. He smashed him.
No, the mystique is the fucking full aura around fucking gone. he is more.
You know, I don't know, you're breaking up. But the UFC, they're very smart in what they do with hype trains. You know, Darren Till, I think Darren Till, they kind of fucked up a little bit. But for the most part, they're pretty good with bringing these guys up. They're doing a great job with O'Malley. There's certain guys you bring up quick. There's certain guys you fucking take your time. Conor, they paved the path for him. Izzy had a fairly reasonable path, quick path to the belt. But he's able to handle it. You know, some guys can handle stuff like that, and others not so much.
Oh, there's another thing. People talking about him going up to fight Izzy. Izzy fucking whoops his ass at this point.
Oh, Khamzat?
Well, fucking counterpunch, catch him off, and fucking knock his ass out.
You got to remember, though, Kelvin Gastelum did a number on Izzy, right? And Izzy's a better fighter now. But still, Kelvin did do a number on him. I think Khamzat Chimaev can hurt Izzy. I really do. You know? You think Izzy just destroys him?
Not destroys him, but he's going to fucking catch him in the counterpunch and fucking knock his ass out.
It seems to me you are definitely not Team Khamzat, though. You're not a fan, right?
I like the fucking guy. I just hate when they fucking shove down our throat months ago. I'm not ready to suck the guy's dick.
Okay, but what about Sean? All right, so what about Sean O'Malley then?
How I feel about Sean O'Malley. Fuck that guy. After the fucking Cheeto bullshit. I'm still mentally undefeated.
They're taking their time.
To be honest with you, I'll fucking take O'Malley over Aljo right now.
Yeah. Okay. And Shavkat Rakhmonov, they're doing a nice job, you know, bringing that kid, you know, slowly up there. You know, actually, how many UFC fights does he have? He doesn't have many. Shavkat.
Drunk. I feel like you have. I feel like you have a little bit of bottled up anger going on tonight.
Yep.
What's going on, man? Talk to me.
You don't want to fucking know.
He's passionate.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's right. Shavkat's only got 3 fights, and now he's number 15. Yeah, they're not they're not babying him either.
Well, what? Neil Magny's next. What's he, number 8 or something? Number 9?
Yeah, Shavkat's. Oh shit, man. Shavkat versus Khamzat. My God, it's an orgasm right there. This kid's good. Boy, oh boy. The UFC is good right now.
He'll be the one.
You think he's next? You think he's the next guy to beat Usman?
He's the guy. Just some English lessons so he can become a star.
I just want to address Strange Highness. Nice name. In the Discord, we have in the Discord.
In the description.
The description, we have a Discord link. In the Discord. In the description, we have a Discord link also on the MMA-Holes.com. By the way, the MMA-Holes.com is a place you're going to want to go very soon. Got some moves. We want to make. All right, so Drunk, listen. It's getting late. I got to eat dinner.
You're 7 minutes
Oh, yeah,
over.
just lastly, I'll say, you know, I know why you nuked the calls last week, because you wanted to erase all the evidence of Jesse sexually harassing me with the OnlyFans shit. So it's okay. I wasn't going to sue you guys or nothing.
Don't talk about it, Drunk. Don't talk about it.
Sexual harassment? I don't remember.
No, remember the calls? I said, Drunk, when are you going to start an OnlyFans?
Oh. That is a pretty good question.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why we did that is because we figured...
Yeah, I know what.
You know.
You professional shit.
Yeah, I think that William Knight, I think those shows should be on their own. I think we're going to probably separate those. Maybe do a stream just that or just do a pre-recorded thing. I don't know. We got to figure it out.
Maybe
but
Tuesday.
Yeah, we got to figure that one out because I think that's a pretty good bit, a good segment. So I want to keep that on its own and have this tomfoolery on other nights.
You know, maybe you guys should try doing also Instagram day, because if I have Instagram, they don't Discord.
Yeah, Instagram would work. There are other...
But nobody watches our Instagrams.
No. He's saying for calls, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just for calls.
Yeah, so Instagram... Oh, actually, no, it won't work. We can't take calls on there because of the computer. It only works on the phone for some reason. But I think StreamYard is something that we will dabble into in the future where we can have like video call-ins, which would be fun. Yeah, that'd be fun. But I don't know. We'll bounce ideas around.
Be ready. You know somebody's going to have the fucking cock out.
Well, we're going to proof you it and this and that. And
proof you it.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to have, Omigo.
Yeah.
Over there.
Yeah. Well, thanks for giving them the idea, Drunk. I appreciate it.
Hats off for the cocks out.
All right, Drunk.
Yeah, I hope you guys had a good anniversary.
Thank you.
Thanks, Drunk.
Now, Shavkat, you're Rachmanov right now.
Lost it.
What's that?
House. Later, side match.
Later, slap nut.
This Drunk Savage. All right. What a way to end the show, right? The Savage one. Thank you guys for hanging throughout the entirety of the stream.
Wonderful.
I think we discussed a lot here. I think we uncovered a lot. Saman, next time we're gonna get you in, man. Definitely want to talk to you. And next week, so Wednesday night we got a cool show. We got two gentlemen. One, actually, both of them I'm pretty excited to have on. Wednesday night, tune in. We got 2 interviews on Wednesday. Monday, Big Mo's coming back. Monday night, Big Mo's coming back. And then we have a guy named Young Flex who came on this show 2 years ago from Felony Charles Bennett. And we had quite the interview. That was a fun time.
Oh, we love Young Flex.
I tell you what, Young Flex, you couldn't have a more different dynamic with myself and Jesse, and then Young Flex with the grill and the fucking. But Young Flex is such a nice kid. He's got an album that dropped. It's on Spotify. Let me give him a shout out here. Young Flex. I wish I could play his music, but he's old big time now. Can't play it on air. I wish I could play one of his songs.
I think
Actually,
it's YU.
It's YUN, right? Here it is. So here's Young Flex. So the reason why we're having him on, I know it's an MMA show, but he did just drop an album, and he is Felony Charles Bennett's boy. You know, Felony hooked us on him. We got to get Felony back on, too. It's been a minute. Missed that guy. But the album is called... Here he is. Here he goes, Young Flex. What is it called? This is what y'all want out now. What's that called? What's the album's name? I don't even fucking know. I'm so unhip. I don't know. I think this is it right here. I'm Him. Is that it? Well, go check him out. Go follow him on Instagram _Young YUNG Flex with 2 X's. And if you are an OG MMA hole, let us know in the chat if you were here for the first time he was around. It was we had him do a freestyle and he fucking blew everyone's mind. He was actually pretty good. But my man has a lot of money. Maybe he can throw some fucking, money our way or something. I don't know. Make it rain while I twerk, By the way, speaking of twerk, his video on YouTube. Hold on, let me pull this up here. There's a lot of twerking in this video. So if you like twerking, you got to go follow this guy. Was it Young Flex 2 X's, right? Maybe he could do our new song. This guy's the best. Here he is. But you can check him out. He's got a lot of flexing and twerking. I'm all about flexing and twerking, Jess. It's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see if I can get a little bit of this. Oh, I can't play that. But you just scroll through and you can find some booty and stuff. I wanted to send this to my parents, and I was like, I don't know if I should do that. He's got booty and twerking.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't. Your dad would be like, what did you just send me?
Yeah. So go check him out, Young Flex. We wish him nothing but best. That's going to be next Wednesday. We're going to have him on. So it's going to be an interesting couple of weeks of shows. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate your company.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We will be live again on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you join us over there. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you know when we're live and you can get all of our alerts and you can see our community posts. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Headrush, Sheath Underwear, MyBookie.ag, Undisputed Belts, and UFC and ESPN Plus. Promo code MMA-Holes, that's MMA-HOLES for all of your discounts on all of your favorite products. Don't be an a-hole or a traitor. Be an MMA hole.